Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens, Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is episode 727. Hopefully, you guys have had an amazing weekend. Start to the weekend, anyway. Oh, wait, shit, now it's the end of the weekend. Man, it went by too fast. Cheers, everybody. Well, nobody so far. Cheers, anyhow. Shalala. Oh, that's a neat little feature that it turns it down while we're talking. Or I'm talking. I'm still learning the soundboard. Miss Greenfingers, motherfucking Thomas. That's where we wanna go. Let's take Kilo and Montego in the meantime. Cause in my free time I make a mean pie. Roll up my Levi's, feed it to the sea line. Steve-O with Chesky and start it with a key lime. Okay, baby, get off my patella. Hit the wine cellar like the citronella. Shots of the Jello, Bill Cosvanella. I'ma make it rain. Marshall, don't be a biatch cause you work up in a kiosk. Good morning. I make the same flower. That's how I detox. Reeboks on the tortoise, and the dolphin was like, I did it on purpose. Just like that, I heard some good mushroom. Basically jokes. It's like a fungi, shit like that. People can play on words. Well, thank you, Marshall. Biosynthetic. Cheers to you. You finished smoking this joint. I can't remember. I think, yeah, this is the high punch. I told them things like, go fuck off. I'm cool kid to these cool kids. I lead my own parade. Cause this new shit I drop right now gon' make I don't know why some reels are. Locked down like no for 3 summers. You guys just don't know how many times I've actually listened to this like pre-show. First trying to warm up with no diploma. I used to drop the cologne and get booed like a fucking loner. Cause I was scared of myself and I showed it to everybody. Let's go after anybody who yelling we ready, sonny, like ready. What's up, Green Fingers? First try no warm up. First try no warm up. First try no warm up. Yeah, I might just go ahead and say first try no warm up. What's up? What's up, Mr. Greenfingers?
Yes.
I can barely hear you though. What's up with that?
Can you hear me now?
Maybe I need to put this other headphone in. Maybe that's the problem. Didn't want them both. Probably me. Let me check my Zoom.
Yeah, your volume is low too.
I don't know. It is super quiet. Probably me.
Let me turn my air conditioner off.
I don't know how to fix it either. That's the other volume. He walked away. He walked away. What's up?
Cheers. Can you hear me now?
Are you fucking with me?
Can you hear me? No? Son of a bitch. You're fucking with
Now
me.
you are fucking with
me. Okay.
What's up, man?
My air hasn't turned off. I'm waiting for it to kick off so I could hear. I'm like, shit. So I'll pretend that I could hear.
You are fucking with me, aren't you? I can't hear a goddamn thing you're saying.
What?
I'm gonna have to change it. Hold on. I'm gonna have to put you guys. I'm gonna have to put you on the other speaker because I know. Because I know you're fucking with me. Here you go. No hiding now. I know
hello.
It works.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Can you hear yourself when on that speaker, or does Zoom cancel it out?
No, I wish I could hear myself.
No, you don't. With the soundboard now, I have to listen to myself. for the music and everything. I fucking hate it. I hate hearing myself in my ear. It's torture.
I can never get enough of my own voice. I was just making a reel right now, being like, I wish there was a Weed Nerd World. And then it said Weed Nerd World. And I was like, fuck, I got to post this now. But the Weed Nerd World started. And I was just like, I wish there was a Weed Nerd World happening. And then it happened. And I was like, shit, ruined my reel. You ruined my
What were you
reel.
really doing? What
So I
were you
posted it.
really doing?
I just posted the reel of me saying, I wish that there was a Weed Nerd World happening right now. I'm ready for bed. And I was like, getting ready for bed. So I had to throw my clothes back on. Or not all of them, just my shirt and a hat. Yep. That reel's out there for the world to see. Me being like, I'm ready for bed. Wish there was a Weed Nerd World. All these other shows suck. I was talking shit. Here we are, minutes after me saying that shit. Where everybody at?
Shots fired.
Same roach I was smoking on the reel that I was making. I was like, last roach, last joint for the night.
Oh, we're going long. You're smoking all night long.
I take my shoes off. Fuck it. No reason to have shoes on if I don't have shorts on.
You didn't have to share.
Your volume's gone.
Oh, I said you didn't have to share. You're like no shorts, no shoes.
I have
Public
shoes, a hat,
service.
but no shorts. There's enough bush to not see nothing though. You know?
I forget that I've never done it myself, but for anybody, as far as anybody else knows, we could be naked after fucking from the top.
Yeah, shit, I might as well just drop trail right now. Make it real.
Hey, like we can be that comfortable.
We can make it real right now. And everybody would be like, wait.
Don't drop that camera. Don't drop that camera.
Right, that'd be bad if an earthquake happened and it fucking fell down right now and it was like really just pointed right at my crotch and I was naked. Be like, shit.
But I see you got some cannabis there. What plant? What is that plant you got that I seen the other day on IG? What you got growing?
There's no plants. One of them died. The truffle butter died. This, I think it's truffle butter. Yeah. The one I wanted to live died. The San Fernando Valley OG stayed alive. Ooh, the hardest one to grow fucking stays alive. Fucking ridiculous. Grows like a fucking vine. I don't want to grow it. I've grown it before like hundreds of times. I don't like the plant. I like the weed. I just don't like the plant. It's the shittiest thing to grow ever. You want a plant to flop over and fall on everything, grow the SFVOG. It'll do that for you.
Gorilla glue's like that.
Fine.
You gotta support the fuck out of Gorilla Glue, otherwise them branches snap right off.
Yeah, I don't like the plant.
That's like the
I like the
velvet
weed. I'd rather have the, if we're talking of that weed type of weed, I'd rather have the Julius Caesar and have like the total package compared to just, I don't know, something about it. The SOB's fine, but it's just not my favorite. Tomato cage, the triple cage, or the trellis. Did you have to? Everyone that I've grown outdoors sucked. Like branches would break. I haven't grown it indoors yet, so this would be a first.
Mm.
If it's even the same one I grew before. Yeah. Be a different cut. But I've grown a lot of them. Supposed to this if you
Right. Quiet tonight, Miss Green Fingers.
who?
You.
Me quiet?
I'm always quiet.
There's nobody else in the room.
Ah,
Motherfuckers are hiding somewhere.
you know where the floaters are. They float. They float.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Got my fan on next to me. Can't feel nothing. Could you hear the crickets?
It's too cold for crickets here in Michigan. Way too cold.
Oh yeah, crickets.
Yes.
Smoking roaches. Just keep pulling the roach up and smoking it.
I actually smoked a roacher last night, man. I fucking was sitting here and I was like fucking caught up on some History Channel, the men who built America, tripping on some mushrooms. I thought I'm gonna roll me a joint. And I fucking go to roll one. I was like, I'm looking at bag of weed. I'm looking at all them roaches. I'm like, I think I'm gonna roll me up some roaches. Not like they're like roaches of roaches or anything. They're fucking good weed. I roll one up and about halfway through it, it was funny because I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this is a good joint, man. I think I'm gonna smoke another one after this and shit. And I look down, I'm like not even halfway through that roach joint. I'm like, shit, I ain't even got to think about that yet, man. That motherfucker burned for a long time, man. By the end of that joint, it went from I seen like the full curve of like emotions and energy from like midway. I'm like, yeah, like I said, like in the beginning, I'm like, man, I'm gonna smoke another one. I'm feeling good, man. Waking up, watching. This is real interesting and shit. This show's real interesting. By the end of that road story, I'm like, man, maybe I'll just fucking get a little bit of rest, take a little nap.
Shit, that's awesome. Yeah, I like to lose a joint. That's how I know when it's good. When I'm like, what the fuck happened to the joint I just had? And that you don't know if you smoked it or if you actually lost it. That's like my favorite. It's like, hold on, what the fuck? Did I lose this joint or did I smoke the joint? Like, what the fuck happened? That's how I know I'm high. I'm like, fuck, I don't really know it. And then it worries me for like a week. Like, what happened with that joint? Like what did I do? I'm still
Roach
looking
joints
for.
ain't necessarily a thing for a lot of people anymore because of the fucking tips.
I'm still looking for a joint from about a month ago. Like, still thinking of one from about a year ago when I lived on the homestead. I'm like, what happened to that joint that I fucking lost? I'll
I,
never find it.
I'm
It's
with
coming.
Mark Emery on the so I just actually thought of this. Remember when Mark Emery got out of jail, he actually like pointed the finger at a lot of these dispos and shit. I was like, you're just over trimming that weed to make yourself another product. Nobody fucking gave you shit about a little bit of shit that was left on that bud, kind of like protecting, trichomes and terps. It's like nobody gives a shit about that. Even if they did, you weigh it over, all good. Everybody's happy. But you don't. You're just fucking trimming it close and making yourself another market with the extracts. And as I was sitting here talking about the joints and the tips, thinking about, more every joint you're buying from the dispo has a fucking tip. Depending on the joint, man, that might be a big old tip in it. Think about that shit. You just lost probably what, a little less than a third of the cannabis you paid for when, you know, any other time that joint goes from tip to tip. You know what I mean? I can smoke this thing fucking all the way down. And if I put the ropes down, I still got, you know, a good part of a joint to re-roll or whatever. But if I got a tip in there, man, that fucking, especially if you bought that, you know what I mean? That's that
Yeah,
much less of the joint you actually just bought. You bought. They filled it with paper, and you know what I mean. They did bait and switch on you. You never even
yeah,
felt it.
yeah. You have to weigh it at home. Find out. Ours are all done by weight. Joints are 1 gram usually only. How much of that paper and that mouthpiece weigh?
Right.
No, might be just getting a half a gram piece kind of trooper.
What's up, peanut trooper?
What's up, gentlemen?
Not much.
Wow.
How's your weekend going?
Pretty good so far. Could be worse. I'm here, I'm breathing, walking.
I got you.
I'm walking after dropping that 10-pound weight on my foot the other day.
Oh shit! Fuck that.
I
Did
am
you
been
lose a
look at my
toenail?
ears purple. I have been fighting with this thing for the last 2 days, and I can't believe how purple it's almost as purple as the fucking purple on the thing.
Yeah.
I gauged it up to the fucking 0, and this thing has been a fight.
That's your ear colored that purple. It's not the freaking light making your ear that color.
I just
Holy
realized
shit.
it was that purple. Maybe I
I
should
think the
pull that.
light
Yeah,
was
I was
doing
like,
it.
whoa.
Yeah, that is thing.
I was like, did you drop the weight on your ear or your toe?
No, but I fucking have stuck. I don't know how much this gauge thing, like 3-4 times. Oh,
Trying to put that butt plug in his ear.
that butt plug. Yeah,
Damn. That was
good
good.
fight
Man.
though.
Cheers, meow.
I did not want to be upsized.
Hello, kitty, kitty. Good
Cheers.
morning, kitty, kitty.
Meow, meow. How are you, meow?
How you doing?
Meow? How are you this meow morning, meow?
I'm good. I'm good.
Meow, meow. Flowers.
Meow,
Oh, hell yeah.
Good morning, Eagle. Or
Good
good.
morning.
Are we all?
Oh boy.
He's all worried about his ear now.
I am now. I can't realize. I didn't realize it was that purple. That fucker is purple.
No, you were trying to not look at it the whole time, and you're like, you just fuck, I have to look at it again. Rub it over. Shit.
That
Fucking
white
thing.
line, like it goes right from this piercing down. It's like white, like a line.
But
Put some rubbing
I'd
alcohol
say
in
there's
your
a
feet.
serious amount of a scar tissue there from your youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw some rubbing alcohol in that shit right now for us. You watch you squirm in pain. It's just gotta hurt though.
Oh, yesterday, man, I could feel that shit all the way down into my neck,
Oh god.
my teeth,
That
my
hurts my
neck,
head
man.
thinking about it.
This whole side of my face, I could literally feel like my heartbeat. I'm shoving that fucker in there.
Fuck that.
Purple's got me a little worried though. Jeez. Anyways, what you guys up to? What you smoking there, Meow Flower?
Some Jinx proofs. It's fire.
Nice.
Delicious. It's like papaya mixed with, yeah, lovely.
There, Kena.
What was that? I'm sorry. I was yawning.
Are you vaping over there? Are you smoking?
Yeah, yeah, I'm vaping. I got a mango vape. was over at Peppers today, and what is it called? We were sanitizing his flower room and getting it all set up and installing the micro drip and what's it called? He was taking a bunch of cuts and clones, and we were putting samples into envelopes so they get sex tested and stuff like that because he's doing a pheno hunt as well. But what's it called? He's got this whole little irrigation setup now, and he's gonna post a picture when it's all done, like all the pipe work and everything. It's just kind of insane. It's all over the place, but he's got to clean it up a little bit and it'll look a lot better. But I'm actually kind of impressed how much stuff he's got going, because he's like automated his little R&D tent, and then he's automated like all his shelves and everything, so he doesn't have to hand water anymore.
Never thought the hand watering was a bad thing.
No, it's not. That's a bad thing. It's just that, when you got a larger garden and you got a family and you got a full-time job, it's a lot to handle. So this just takes a lot of things out of his hands so he can go ahead and keep working.
You're right.
I can relate. I did all the above and hand water.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm just saying that in the grand scheme of things, for him and the way he does things, it's preferable for him to do it like this. Plus, the thing with hand watering is that when you automate your waterings, say you water your plants every day at 3 p.m. Well, the day your car breaks down or you got to go pick your kid up because they're sick or something like that, they're still going to get watered at 3 p.m. if it's on automation, versus where it's like, well, fuck it, I just have to get to it when I get to it. So that's where automation kind of comes in. It's just the consistency.
So no, you don't believe in like a dry back period?
I absolutely believe in the dry back period. That's why the automation's on a timer. So once it dries back there's a sensor in the soil. So once it's fully dry back and it takes that reading, or when traditionally that substrate and that amount of time has dried up by this point of time, then the timer goes off and it kicks the water back on. It's exactly the dry back right there.
I always think of automation being more like on a timer, like back in the old days. Just come on
No, it's not just like Pepper's got his shots timed. Like his feedings are considered shots because they're on micro drip, so there's not much of a feeding going on. It's not like he's flooding it out. He's just giving like a specific micro dose to it. So that's called a shot, and that will dry back very quickly. And then by the time the next shot comes in, it's had enough time to dry out a little bit. So 6 or 7 shots a day, I think he's on right now, something like that.
crickets. Jeez, guys.
Yeah.
Deep this morning. I can hear somebody fighting in the distance off there. It's weird. Got the window open so I can smoke. I can hear somebody.
Oh yeah. I remember being up in Michigan and just hearing fuckery going on at all times.
Up here, this time of day, it's kind of odd.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Anything going new? Are you guys gonna plant anything new anytime soon?
I know he's got purple churros, lemon drip, and what else? There was another one that is pheno hunting, but those are the ones we took samples from today because I was writing labels for the tags and on the Farmer Freeman sample envelopes. So it was lemon drip, and there's at least 10 phenos of that. I can't remember how many purple churros there were, but as far as like clones, he's got like pink certs, Strafoli, chopped cherry. There's a few others. Those are the ones I just remember because those are the ones I was making labels for.
That fucking purple ear is freaking me out now. I'm all Googling it.
You never WebMD or medical stuff, bro.
I know it's true though.
It's good to
I've never
kind of
seen-
go.
I've done a lot of the piercings, but I've never seen it quite that bad.
Oh man, you just go into a doctor. Doctor will fucking tell you what's up. They'll just tell you to sterilize it, or they'll give you a shot, or they'll put a little needle in it to relieve some pressure.
Take the needle out. That's what's causing it. Is I gauged it up.
Oh
And then
yeah.
literally, I had it in earlier, and fucking was talking on the phone, and my ear literally spit that bitch out. Even yesterday, man. Like I put the metal one in on the show the other night, and I fucking the whole day, man, I couldn't shove it through that cartilage. I had it like halfway in there. I fucking shoved and I shoved and I shoved, and it didn't want to pop through there. So I grabbed this fucking thing and I fucking shoved it through there, and it went in, and then it wore it like all day yesterday, and then last night I was like, man, I don't necessarily want to fucking sleep with that in there, so I'm gonna fucking take it out, and then so I decided I was gonna put the metal piece back in there. The metal piece, and I shoved that in there, and fucking it spit it out before I even got out of the bathroom. Fucking literally take into the sink.
Yeah.
Still see the blood on it. It was fucking bleeding like a motherfucker.
That's
And
bad.
spit it out in the sink. So I shoved it back in there again. And by the time I made it into the room, it spit it back out into the floor. I mean, it literally will go, oh, it's like you spit it.
Yeah.
I was like, you motherfucker. So I shoved this thing in there. And this thing was painful going in. By that time, it was just fucking hurt. And all day,
What are you doing to your
I
ear,
actually
bro?
took a nap today, and it had pushed back through, and this side had started closing back up. So I was like, oh, fuck. I tried to push it back through, and it wouldn't go. So I pulled it out the back, and I shoved this back in there.
Damn, bro. Your ear said, "Give me a break."
Yeah, a little rubbing alcohol. A little rubbing alcohol, and your ear will be fine in a day or two.
Put some tussin on it.
The doctor's just gonna flick it when he sees it, and he's gonna say, "Bam!" And be like, "What the hell did you do?"
Bro, if the doctor just walks up and like flicks your ear,
You're gonna pull that thing out and say, "Fucking
you're
let that
gonna
thing go."
fucking cry. You're gonna fucking cry, bro. You're like, that hurts like a motherfucker.
There you go. Bing, get that shit out of your ear. Let it heal, and then try it again.
Bro, I'd fucking cry. I'd fucking drop tears. I'd be like, you motherfucker.
Dude,
Just
when I got
look
my
at him
nose
while I
done,
fucking look at the doctors dead in the eyes, that your tears well up and then just dropping out. You're like, you motherfucker, you're gonna die.
dude, when I got my nose pierced, the guy that pierced it flicked my nose just because, he's just like, pierced it
Oh,
me.
fuck
Really
that.
light, and I just started crying. He's like, come here, give me a hug. I'm like, you son of a bitch. It's like, it hurt so bad. It's so funny.
Yeah, I had an infected ear before I joined the army. I had 2 piercings on up in my cartilage, and I still got like little scars from it. I got little bumps on my cartilage from like where it got all torn up. Then I've also got like a little scar on my lip because I had a piercing underneath my bottom lip.
Yeah.
I stopped doing all the piercing stuff when I joined the army when I was 17.
Shit, my holes were as big to hold one of those little gram jars, like one of these jars, and they went all the way back to fucking normal, like, or not normal. That's as normal as they're gonna get. But they
Yeah,
used to be fucking that big, where like they could hold a fucking little wax container, and I put a wax container in my ear every now and then when I couldn't find my shit. Like, fuck, give me one of the containers. Throw it in.
yeah, man. I could never get my ears to do that. I don't know.
Skin's amazing. It stretches back pretty quick. Fucking, it wasn't that long ago when my ears were that big. Like, fuck, dude.
Oh, I know skin stretches. I was fat as fuck before. I'm not small now, but fuck.
You see, I was 250 pounds, and I'm only 5'7". So, yeah, I was
Yeah, man.
round.
Yeah, I was 5'8" when I joined the army. 260. I came back home and I was like 6 foot, like fucking 180. I hit my last. Well, I was 17, so I hit my last growth spurt and came back home like 2 years later. And my mom was like, "Who the fuck are you?"
What are you? What are you doing here? It's
Yeah.
awesome, dude. You're a whole brand new person when you got back.
Oh no, for real. My mom, like, she like walked up to me in uniform and like asked me where like private so and so was, and I was like, "Mom," and she like did a double take and looked up at me because she wasn't used to looking up at me. Because I used to be the same when I left home. I was the same height as her. No one wants to talk.
I had to mute myself for my torch.
No, it's just funny. Everybody muted at the same time, and I was just like, "Well, fuck."
I want to take a dab of this shit.
What are you dabbing on?
It's live sauce, double D's. It's Hot Mama and Jiggles or something like that. What's it called? Hot Mama. Fuck, it's right in front of me. I can't find it.
You said
It's upside
double
down.
D?
Double D's. And that's Hot Mama and Jigglers times Jigglers. I haven't. It's pretty good. Yeah. It's way too much for me right now.
So is that silicone and titanium on that little like hot dabber you got?
Yeah. It's a pleasure, a chick's pleasure toy. Doubles.
Oh wow.
See, you suck the mama
Yeah.
mama. But it's a dab tool. It's a nectar collector.
Yeah, nectar collector. I couldn't remember the name of them.
It's crazy.
In a
It's
minute.
a nectar collector, but it doubles as a girl play toy.
There you go.
That's what they thought they were buying it for. They were like, "What is that for?" Usually girls buy that. It was funny the way that they. She's like, "I'm buying it for my son." She's like, "Really?" Usually the girls buy that for themselves. And I was like, "Oh, that's what that's for." Well, never mind. She's like, "He needs it to smoke wax or to smoke the concentrates." Like, oh, okay, yeah, that works.
Bro, I took my rig over to my friend's house because they're like, yeah, I don't really like watch sports or anything, but they were like watching the football game and it was someone from work and like I knew that like they smoked and they're like, yeah, I'm having a couple friends over and stuff. They're gonna bring some dabs. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking, they're gonna bring some like shatter or some like BHO or something like that. I go there, man, and like they've got like all this like really like choice select fucking solventless hash rods, and I was like, yo, who are you motherfuckers?
That's funny.
And yeah, a couple of them had like the fucking the Puffcos and stuff like that, and I brought over my August Hoss, and they were like, ooh, they hadn't seen like the a stationary one. They've all got like Puffcos, like I said, but bro, I passed out. I passed out there like a little bitch. I hadn't had I hadn't had fucking rosin in probably a couple months, and that was my first dab, and like I said, in like a few months. So it was just like I was done. They just kept feeding me dabs, and I was like, bro, I'm done. I like laid in front of the TV and was like, yep, I'll be back in a half hour, guys.
That's so funny. Damn, I miss those days, like getting smoked out by other people that are on the same level or past. You know, it's like, damn, dude, you guys are fucking me up, dude.
I just don't know how they do all those dabs just back to back and just stay functioning right there. You know, like I can do that during the day, like at a cannabis cup, but like in the evening, after it was like a Friday, and it was like, or no, it was a Thursday night, and it was like at the end of the week, and I just had a really long fucking week, man. And it was just like, God damn, how the fuck are you guys still awake? Just doing dab after dab after dab. I was like, fuck,
Hell
dude.
yeah, dude. That's all I used to do too. I miss that shit.
Cheers, Modern.
Cheers,
Mom.
guys.
What
I
up?
want to know why Mr. Greenfinger's pipes all look like sex toys.
You know, I
They
kind
are
of said
sex
it when
toys.
you showed the dab thing the one day. I'm like, oddly looks like a penis, green fingers.
That's a sex toy. That's a little the sucker of the. I don't even want to say it.
Oh, what
That's
you
the
want?
Churm Slurmer.
Oh shit. Okay, nobody's gonna
I have to notice that, you know.
Yeah, no, they're most of them sex toys. They double for smoking devices.
Well, I saw some tonight. It was just flat out an actual fucking
And
penis.
yeah,
I mean, it was just an actual penis pipe. You know what I mean?
yeah, they got the bonds.
And the
the
fucking the
bonds.
bowl came out the balls and shit. There was
Yeah,
no
the
way you
bonds.
ever get me to smoke on that thing.
Yeah, you have to put your mouth on it over the bond.
You got to put your mouth on the fucking.
around it, yeah, you have to put it around the outside of it. So it's like,
No, that's
You all know a little bit too much about the dynamics of mouth placement.
you know, one has a Prince Albert, so you gotta hold the carb up here too. So you gotta double. Fucking, how do you hold 4 holes at once?
I need one that need to come look like a girl's booby. You know what I mean? Like you suck it on the booby, and so I got a shot glass like that.
I had the bloody vagina. I mean, bloody vagina. Holy shit, bloody tampon pipe. Bloody tampon pipe was good enough. I thought.
Tampon pipe.
Yeah, it was a glass tampon pipe from Insane Glass. They make some insane glass, if you understand. That was insane. It was like,
That's
I'm
crazy.
not smoking that. Everybody's like, no, pass, pass, pass. Everywhere I took it, they were like, pass. It's like, dude, it's glass and it's fake. It just looks cool. Like, no, pass.
Where are you finding these oddball pieces?
I was just at a smoke shop.
Thing
Regular
sucks,
smoke
man. I
shop.
get rid of
No.
this.
I've seen that bowl or that bong like on a meme before. Like it's I was like, yo, what the fuck? That's gross.
Yeah, which one did you see? The colored one? Like there was a gray one that I seen on there, and then I seen the all colored rainbow one, and then I seen like a purple one or something so far. 3 different colors.
No, there's like straight up like a bong, and like the whole shaft is like a dick going into a vagina, and the base is the vagina, and it's like all bloody and shit. And you're like, what the fuck?
I didn't see that one. What the heck? That sounds awesome. Did you guys hear that? You guys got to get me that one.
No, that's a purchase your own.
Yeah, man, you can get that one yourself. I kind of scrolled past that when I saw it, and I was like, yo, fuck this.
That's so fucking awesome. Okay. I'll find it. Shit, you don't got to tell me twice. I heard about it. Now I'm gonna find it.
Bro, I've seen that meme a couple times. I was just like, God damn, who keeps reposting this shit?
I haven't seen that one yet. I'm gonna look for that one now. Yeah.
Oh my god. I want to say I've seen it on Facebook is where I saw it, not on Instagram.
Yeah, a lot of stuff on Instagram gets took down fast.
Honestly, I see. I usually see. Back in the day, it was like you couldn't put anything cannabis on Facebook, and that's why like Instagram and YouTube are great. Like the second, like even when like Facebook, because I remember when Facebook it just used to be the .edu and the .mil, like email addresses were the only ones they let. Man, that was wild times. You could put fucking nudes of people at parties that you were at with, but I mean, like the second you posted like people smoking weed, that shit got taken down. That was the
Yeah.
only thing they really like cared about.
What was it, like 12? It was like Facebook announced that they were like policing posts and gonna be turning over illicit like drug activity to authorities and shit like that. I seen that announcement. I was like, yeah, I'm done with Facebook.
Yeah, no, they never actually fucking did it. I mean, I think they like did like for some serious things, but honestly, man, it was like a shit. Like I want to say 2017, I like made a dark humor page on there, and it was a total just shit show. I mean, absolute shit show. I had like groups of people in like different states, and like we'd meet up and do these like fucking just really fucked up, really fun parties, and just and we'd post the whole thing all over Facebook, and it was just insane fuckery. And I don't know how we got away with it still to this day, with like how heavily they police it now. It's just like it's not fun like that anymore, though. You can't like get that shit going because they this like there's just so many monitors on there now, and just the amount of like shadow banning alone that the cannabis community gets. I mean, all these people always constantly like getting their fucking accounts taken down. Now, mind you, some of them are shit talkers. You know, I know this is fucking talking shit with Eagle, and that's one thing, but like some people, you know, there's out there like bashing like brands or like, oh, these people suck. This is, you know, like when you go out there and you put yourself out there and you want to say a business sucks, expect retribution. And when you start getting like shadow banned and you have to like make a new account, that's what it is. You're a shit talker.
Fucking yeah, there's times where I regret small regrets on the name of the show when I hear like shit talking be like that. Man, man.
No, what you mean, I guess, is just like shooting the shit. Like they're talking shit, you know, like they're like literally like trying to take like business away from people and stuff like that, or like trying to like shame people and stuff. Like, you know, there's just shock jocks here on fucking IG that just like feed off drama and like dismay.
Coffee or
That's
tea
better.
in that mug there, Meow Flower.
Coffee. I could read lips.
Still drinking coffee too. Yeah, actually, I should probably drink this bad boy.
Why can't I hear your mic, man? I can't hear your mic.
You're on mute.
Me? You can't hear mine?
Yeah, man.
Now
It's
you're
like
loud. There you go. Shit.
most silent person on this. I can't turn you up or nothing. I'm just gonna tone you up or something.
I've been turning it down in between because fucking you guys can hear my typing if I fucking don't play with the mic.
Wait,
Weird.
Turn it
I don't
back.
mind the typing.
Typing? Weird.
Wait, what?
Can't be typing.
Typing in
Nobody
chat.
does it better.
You're on mute.
I'm not muted. Am I muted?
He's
No.
talking
Meow
about
Flower is.
Crickets.
I'm fucking muted. Sorry.
Crickets, man. I'm all burnt out.
No, you're out. I was trying to read lips again.
enjoy cannabis.
It's hard to read lips of somebody who's.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was muted there for a while.
We've all done it.
The fuck?
So
I
Modern
couldn't-
didn't bring his pole dance tonight, no? He's not going to get up and do a little pole dance for us, no?
Mm. Some mornings are better than others, I guess.
Yeah, some Modern.
I
I
had
thought on the
all
full moon and
day.
everything he'd be up.
Got to party with Red Pill today.
Yeah, how was
That was
big
nice.
clouds there?
That was a good time. It was a good time. Got to meet Red Pill's dad. Really nice.
Right on. Yeah, I even texted him and said I was bummed I missed him. You know, last few times I was hoping to catch him when I was down there, and for one reason or another, wasn't able to. We didn't cross paths, but it was nice to see pictures. You know, you guys hanging out and stuff like that. He's shorter than I thought he was. For some reason, I thought he'd be taller.
No, we saw it.
The red smiley is really tall, one or the other.
Smiley is tall.
Smiley's tall as fuck.
Is he tall? I wouldn't have. Yeah, I would have put him. Yeah, I wouldn't put
Like-
Smiley.
Like I'm a little under 6'1", and Smiley's taller than me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's put it in perspective there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because both me and Pepper were just standing there, and he walks up because me and Pepper are the same height. We're like, "Oh, what's up, dude?"
Got some extracts.
The hell's
Yeah.
everybody in a jar like that?
Is that Green Thumb or Johnny Green Fingers? Or Johnny
Huh?
Green Thumb? Is that Johnny's work? Johnny Green Thumb?
No. This is called the Diamond Dealer. And
DHO or hash?
this looks like a crumble.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see it now. Yep.
This looks beautiful. It smells beautiful. What is it? Cheese? No, what is it? Cherry truffle.
Yeah, the dab that did me in the other day was like some like purple garlic or some shit like that. I don't know. But it was fucking tasty, bro.
The stuff's come
Look at
down in
that.
price.
Yeah.
I actually left the event.
Sullivan.
Everybody cut out. I left the event. I was like, well, I'm bored. So I went back. Ended up seeing Ganja Ghost. She was there. And hooked up with Michigan Wildflower, and Johnny Green Thumb. Hung out with them for a few hours.
I was hoping to make it down, but it just wasn't in the cards.
You can't make all of them. They've got a lot of them. They actually probably got too many. It's like it's hard to distinguish what to go to. Well, you got the Mendo Dope Boy. That's time to go. You know.
I still would have wanted to go. Hell, if I was gonna make it, if I would have made it down, I would have even probably dressed up, put on a costume this year.
Yeah, but I thought I was gonna come as a big hot dog or something for some reasons.
I
You
don't
come
know.
with a hot dog.
I don't know why they think you'd show up as a giant hot dog. That would have been actually pretty funny. And kind of an inside joke.
It would have been pretty good. If somebody was told me about it beforehand, I might have done it. Got some of the Smiley stuff.
What you get?
Some Sky Stomper.
Nice.
But that's
Give me some-
mids, is it?
Yeah,
Mids, is it?
Do what?
Miley was saying that he had like a bunch of people like liking his stuff recently. Sounds like some pretty big names are liking his stuff.
Yeah, this fucking stuff's great.
Is pretty fine.
Yeah, I've bought a bunch of Smiley stuff.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. This is Sky Stomper. He gave me beans to this a while ago. Looks very similar to my Rainbow Pebbles. I'll wait to open it.
Oh man.
What's up, everybody in chat? Peace.
There you go.
After
Yeah,
the full
long
moon,
day for me.
everybody's wiped, I think.
Yeah, I came on late. I was debating on whether or not to come on. I was like, I'm kind of bored. I can
Yeah,
load
I was
it up.
wondering if you were gonna get on or not. I was watching a movie. Fucking got some. I was working the pepper all day. I got some Chinese food, passed out, and I woke up at 12:30. And I was just like sitting there watching a movie, and I was like, I wonder if Eagle's gonna be on tonight.
Mushrooms kicked in too.
Mushrooms kicked in. That
And that didn't help about the purple hair thing. I think when they started really kicking in, that's what I noticed. The hair was purple.
Well, you said you were on the phone. Were you holding the phone up to your ear?
No, it was on
No,
speaker.
okay. Well, were you like laying on your ear?
No.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to like think of like things that might have like agitated or something. Because you said
Oh,
even like
other than
other
just
than
trying
like
to shove that through there, I've shoved that through there
yeah,
like
yeah.
3 times today.
Other than all that, yeah. No, I was trying to think of like something else other than like you messing with it. But yeah, those things definitely fucking did it.
Actually, since I took that bottom one out, it's starting to lighten up a little bit. But
Nice. Yeah, man, I would just take all your gear out and soak it in some alcohol, some ISO, and fucking put some Neosporin on the ear and then let it dry out and then go back at it.
Spit on it. That always cures it.
I love Neosporin. That shit's fucking great.
going backwards sucks. It's not that easy though.
I know.
Do you guys remember that iodine?
But
Remember that iodine, that red iodine? You ever used that before?
Oh yeah.
I use iodine a
Yeah.
bunch.
Oh
yeah.
shit, that shit great. I think they can't market it no more. They can't sell it no more, I think.
You used to
No,
call it
you
monkey
can
blood.
sell
When I
iodine.
was-
You still get it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there was
yeah.
some bullshit going on about it or something. They pulled it off the markets, but
they
That's
used to call
because
it
people were
monkey
fucking
blood.
trying to drink it during COVID.
really. You take
Yeah.
you get a cut, man, put that shit on there, fuck that shit heal right the fuck up.
I don't know, people
Yeah.
just dumb.
Temporary.
That's why regulations happen, because people are fucking dumb. You can't trust them with anything.
Well, fuck, dude, back in the day, man, that was the first go-to. I remember like fucking damn near cut your finger off when you go in the ER. What the first thing they make you do? Soak it in that iodine and shit. Here, plonk. Be back in 10 minutes. Here, soak that shit.
Yeah.
Well, that was just the best like medical antiseptic that they had at the time. Nowadays with the wide spectrum of antivirals and antibiotics that they have, they can fight that shit more kind of like on a case by case situation instead of just needing like a cure all like that.
The Neosporin, I use that shit a lot.
Yeah, it's just
Neosporin on, a Band-Aid, and a fucking couple days later, that's a big difference. Kind of reminds me of that, some rooting hormone or something.
I had to bust open my first aid kit the other day and get some Benadryl out of it, and I grabbed my EpiPen. We had someone get they found a tree that had a massive hive in it. There was a well over by it, and they come running away from it, and I was just like, "What's wrong?" And like, "I'm getting fucking stung," and I like look over and I can just like see a cloud right next to the tree, and I like, "All right," and I like ran away from them as they came near me. I'm like, "You got bees coming all off you, man! Get away from me!" And I was just like, "Meet me at my car." He ran in circles for a couple minutes, you know. And then he came over and like stuck him with a fucking epi and shit, and here, take some Benadryl, go to the hospital. You got stung way more times than you needed to.
Well, it sucks.
Yeah, I gave him the epi so he could show it to them and stuff. I bent the needle off, all that shit. I did everything I was supposed to. Just fucking, all right, let's get back to work. Just stay away from that tree.
Yeah, you disrupt their nest, boy. They come after you. They don't stop.
Yeah. I'm actually allergic. That's why I had all that stuff, and that's why I was like, "Dude, stay the fuck away from me." Like, I'm just gonna be chill. I'm not. You just gotta be calm around that stuff. The more you panic, the more they panic.
I've been digging into the what do you call it, the mulch. The yellow jackets will make a home in there.
Mm-hmm.
Before you know it, they're on top of you.
Yeah, my grandpa had bees. He was a beekeeper, and growing up, I'm allergic, and I can be around them shits like all the time, not get stung, but get around like one nervous motherfucker, and like they'll fucking go crazy.
You ever been them purple mud daubers? You ever been around them like things? They'll fucking chase you.
I don't think so. No. The hornets around here are fucking nasty. They're the biggest hornets I've ever seen in my life. Fucking cats go crazy over them. I'm just like, yo, you're fucking dumb. You're gonna get stung. I mean, they don't get stung, but I always think they will.
Is it 420?
Man, like size of your thumb.
421.
For half a second, I thought that was a fucking M80 me off flower just lit. Like, is that a fucking firework?
It looks like one.
Dude, I miss them M80s. Them M80s were bad, dude. Them M40s ain't shit, but them M80s, blow some trash cans up with those things.
Even the ones when they do say M80 these days, they just don't seem the same.
No.
So there was this guy that used to come into the Happy Harvesters Hydro shop, and pretty sure he had some sort of like Michigan militia affiliation, and he made his own fireworks, and we'd buy fireworks from this fool. Bro, he sold us fucking quarter sticks. We went out to a bale of HP that had like a pallet hit the corner of it, so it was like a little hole like ripped open, and we shoved the fucking quarter stick in there. And we put it in the back lot, that like yard before we built the garden back behind Happy Harvesters. Put it back there, lit it, ran inside. We're peeking out that back door, that door that looks out the back. Bro, that thing just like eviscerated. It was just like, I want to say only like 1/3 of that bale of Pro Mix was left sitting there. Everything else was just gone and spread everywhere. So there's some fireworks up in Michigan if you know where to look, bro.
Yeah, somebody was telling me about making their own. I never thought about making your own fireworks.
I mean, it's just black powder mostly.
Oh, I used to buy Pyrodex. Sorry, Meal Flower, go ahead.
Yeah, they don't sell them in this country. Never had fireworks.
Uh,
For a
missing
reason.
out.
Pyrodex is basically black powder for musket rifles.
Yeah.
Used to fucking when I was young, actually fucking fill that shit up. I used to chew Kodiak back in the day. And fucking fill that can up with Pyrodex and fucking just put a little fuse in the top, tape it, everything. All kinds of fucking fun with that shit. Blow all kinds of shit up that Pyrodex.
So when I was a teenager, I used to get Play-Doh, and I would take chlorine tabs and I would pack them around the M80s that I could get from the state just south of where I'm at, and I put them at the top of a 2-liter cap, and I'd make it so the cap could still screw onto the 2-liter, and it held the little explosive, and it had the little Play-Doh packed around it. I'd screw it into a bottle that had chlorine in it, and then I'd fucking light that bitch, and I'd run and just let all that shit mix. It was fun.
I love 4th of July.
Yeah. I used to make so many fucking bombs when I was a little kid. I was bad. Ooh, I took
You
a
guys
bunch of
see gas
fucking.
prices? You
Yeah,
see gas
the
prices just
are going up.
jumped?
How much
Yeah,
worse?
they went up like
it,
30
man? It's already
cents.
been
Yeah.
up at like $1 something in the
Buck.
last week.
At least $1 overnight, dude. Come on, they're killing us with this shit, dude.
I mean, it's only like what, 340, 345 around here.
It won't be tomorrow.
449 up
Yeah.
here.
Don't be serious. It won't be tomorrow.
Oh, like four something,
good.
5 something around.
I knew it was coming, but I thought I had at least the weekend, but no. No.
I mean, we all knew it was gonna go up in the winter.
Ridiculous, man.
I
Price
was
can jump like over an hour.
it jumped like a fucking over $1 in the last week. Buddy was just saying something about that the other night too. That's
Well, I
crazy.
mean, they've been saying all summer that they've been trying to relieve the prices because they knew they were going to be horrible during the winter. Because that's the whole thing is now that like we're getting into the cooler months, because of like everything economically and geopolitically that's happening, that's just what it is.
Oh, no, they're making electric cars more enticing.
Yeah, no, they
Ridiculous.
what's it called? During the shutdown where I'm at, it was hit or miss to find gas here, because they had like a pipeline that got hacked, and like so for probably like 2 months, I want to say, like, it was, when you went to the grocery store, you'd be like missing TP and stuff, but then all of a sudden it wasn't just like that. It was just like essentials on anything and everything. Like we didn't have like meat, we didn't have like vegetables, we didn't have fruit some days at the grocery store, just because gas was just hit or miss, and like the truck drivers just, oh shit, I couldn't find gas, my load's on the side of the road. And it was like that for like 2 months around here. So I mean, they were charging an arm and a leg when a gas station did get gas, though. I mean, like they were charging like $7 a fucking tank or a gallon for gas. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then they made a law. They made a law like you can't do that. You're price gouging, because like the gas stations were totally doing it.
Yeah. Right. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
but I remember they did crack down on that a while back, and they wasn't even jumping $1. Fucking they jumped $1 overnight. What the hell?
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, this was jumping like fucking like seven, like $6 overnight.
$6. Yeah.
No, that's price gouging, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were doing it. Yeah,
You see the
but they
Instagram
were just
one?
taking advantage.
The guy
Yeah,
showed
what?
the prices, and he's showing somebody on the employees put 25 cents per gallon, and the line was fucking miles long. Like that employee had to have gotten fired. Like they didn't change the price or nothing. Like 25 cents per gallon. Like it was crazy.
Oh, they programmed that at the pump.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Like that's what the guy just did.
Yeah,
So, yeah, like the line was crazy long
because
though.
the thing they like. The thing that some of the gas stations like to do around here is like once the prices start to drop a little bit and their price has been up, what they'll do is they'll go onto the board and they'll change it on the board, but then when you get to the pump, it's like actually the real price.
Yeah, it's always like high price. That's crazy. They did that over here before, and then like everybody was complaining because it was real cheap over here before. And it's like fucking got real high. Like you guys said, it's like that's the first time we saw it get high over here though. Like 3 months ago. It's back to normal though. It's like, but there's nowhere to go out here. Like I live fucking 2 hours from everything. So it's like people come out here to ride their fucking little
Yeah.
by sides and shit every
So
weekend. So they come out here for that shit. It's crazy.
so there's this little scam in Dearborn in Toledo, like what they'll do at the gas stations there, and generally they're from Middle Eastern descent. That the people that do it, they will turn their credit card machine off at the pump, so they don't have to pay the credit card fees, and you have to come and pay cash, and also because when you come in, you're more likely to buy more things too. So it's just like a little strategy that they do, and I've noticed that they're starting to do that around here. And I was just like, "Nah, motherfucker, I'm just gonna drive off and go to another gas station."
The fake scammers.
Yeah,
That's crazy one around here too. People have been a lot of the places have been busted for it multiple times, and they keep on showing up with fake scanners again. It's like, what the fuck? It's fake again? Which one of your employees is fucking trying to rip everybody off? It's like, or do you guys
yeah.
know about it? It's like
The way
main
you can
people
get
that-
with those are you pull at the thing before you put your card in to make sure there's no like fake reader there. People are always like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Just
Yeah.
making sure everything's the way it's supposed to be."
exactly. It's like just trying
I
to
do that
yank on the
every
fucking
card
face and
reader.
pop. The face pops off easy, and it's like, what the fuck's that? Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm just waiting for the day that like I go to yank on it and it actually comes off. Because like I will officially lose if that actually happens. And
Yeah.
Oh man, that's the
Fucking-
fucking I'm out.
Like when you see the guy who's guilty for it try to run, then you know who's
I throw privilege around like no.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Oh, it's getting pretty late for me, guys.
All right, man.
Late or early?
Huh?
Late or early? You going to bed or getting up this hour?
I ain't been to bed yet.
What?
No.
Hell yeah.
I need to go to bed.
I always wonder when we see you late night if you're getting
I
up or
pass
getting
that.
up.
No, I usually stay up. Unless I get a nap. I didn't get no nap today.
Everybody's
Peace, Mr.
taking
Green
a
Fingers.
day.
Peace, me all flower.
We nap.
Have a
Yeah,
good one,
true.
Lauren.
Good to see you.
Peace.
Eagle, always fun talking shit.
Later.
Missed you today.
No, missed you too.
Get you next time. You know, me and Riley were talking about, we could do our own little event. Luton. Sure, we could do that next year.
Right on.
Later.
Later. Can Trooper already bailed on us? Oh, there he is. Huh? He disappeared on my screen there for a second, Canna.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened when he left. I thought he was like the host. Can you hear me?
I do. I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Sorry. No. Like my whole thing, like said, hung up like the stream was over or like the call was over. I was like, oh shit. I guess it's over. But then it said connecting, and I was like, maybe not.
Fucking look at Iron Lungs fucking green fingers over there, man.
Yeah, man. I can't do it. I used to be able to.
I watched that puck disappear under that thing, half of it, man. Holy shit, man. The other half, that other half was yellow when he went in. I was watching it, man. It's just like fucking holy shit, man. Look at him go.
What are you
Oh,
talking about? It was
I'd have been
normal.
joking.
Really? I used to smoke concentrates, exclusively concentrates, like 10 years ago when it was horribly bad for you.
Oh
Like
man.
all the liquids and fats.
Nectar
Like,
collector and one of those pucks, man. I can smoke on that thing for a fucking week easy. Even if that was like that was it.
Yeah.
too good though.
I might go through it faster than a week, but it would definitely take longer than a live stream.
Right.
I really took 2 dabs, guys.
I'm teasing you. I'm just straight teasing you.
You guys are gonna make me choke my ass off now. This vape pen though is lasting me fucking 2 weeks.
Lava
At least
lamps,
you'll do it with a smile.
them things can go a little ways.
It's almost
So
done.
the vape pens, I think I take them down in like 3 days.
Holy shit, really? I can't, maybe 5 days for me. I could smoke a whole one.
I just
But
don't like
that's
when it
like
gets to the end
all
of
I
the.
smoke. Yeah, I know
It hit
what
a
you're
certain
talking
point and it's
about.
a bit.
Flower, that fucking.
Yeah, that's what I don't like
You
about
gotta
the
get
vape.
the,
You're always looking at the end
you
of it
gotta
and kind of
get
going
the
like,
certain ceramic ones. Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
it's that many times you've
if
heated it
you get
up.
the ceramic ones. Mm-hmm. It's the
It's
metal ones that
constant
I
heating up
found
the
that like
oil.
have that flavor. Yeah, exactly. The constant heating up. But the ceramic ones I found don't give you like that kind of like flavor. I think it's the metal C cells that give you that flavor.
It's one
But
of the
they're
best fucking.
definitely the traveler's friend. Like if you're traveling, they're the one that gets you out. You know, and they take all the boxes for, you know. You see,
Oh yeah.
everybody's got them these days. They look all the same. So in that department. So
I like the round one.
I can
Buddy,
get away
go
with
away.
anything with these things.
yeah, but you
Yeah,
can hit
yeah.
them anywhere as well and get away with it, which is the other flip.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I just get away with it. Like I like work a totally white collar job, and I'm just like do. No one knows. I don't give
Yeah,
a shit.
it's like who. That's a that. Them things are like a who farted thing right there. Quick hit and get back in your pocket.
Yeah.
You smell that?
No.
Fucking walk away and shit. Yeah.
It's so good. It's like fucking magic stars. Lucky Charms for you rich folks. Lucky Charms tastes like magic stars. That's a cheap cereal that is supposed to be like Lucky Charms, the Stater Brothers version.
Oh, that's the knockout version.
Yeah, magic stars. But I just had a bowl of magic stars, and this is Lucky Charms, and it tastes exactly the same. And I was like, holy shit, this is the cereal I just ate. Fucking hilarious.
Yes, how they make some of the terps sometimes is pretty funny.
It's crazy, dude. It tastes just like the cereal. I'm like, holy fake cereal terps. Tastes just like that cereal. Delicious.
All right, so what do you guys like better when it comes to like concentrates, carts, and flour? Do you guys like gassy strains or kind of like the fruity like hype strains that everybody's into nowadays?
Mm.
A lot of it that you find these days is like mixed terpene profiles. They've
Yeah.
blended one or two or three or four different things together, so it's not the proper representation what you're getting.
Gas and the
But
flour.
gas is the one. Gas you can't hide. Like, you know what I mean? All that.
You can't get it. You can't get it in a pen either. I've never had a pen that was like, "Oh, that was some good gas." The
Yeah,
fruits, maybe,
exactly.
but not gas is a flour thing. You know, not a pen thing.
So what do you think about Gorilla Glue? Is Gorilla Glue gas to you?
It's right up the middle, I think, because I always kind of get the like a grapey undertone with the Gorilla Glue. A little bit of gas, more like a grapey undertone.
Because anything that's been able to do like glue or like a glue hybrid or something, I feel in concentrates and pen has been able to translate. But you guys are right when it comes to like some concentrates and the pens, when it comes to like getting that gas or even that kush flavor to translate over. Just the fruits like are better on those things. But like when it comes to like flour, I definitely like the gas.
The lava lamp's been tripping me out today. I've done nothing. It's usually
Except take shrooms.
that ball's
little
been
round one.
suspended there for like all day. Been just like that. It was a little bit higher.
The
Just
two
one-
balls on top
Yep.
of each other.
Yeah, all day.
It's becoming sentient. It knows how to stay away from the heat.
It does. It learned. It's waiting for you to shake it up to become 1,000 little balls again. It's like, no.
That shit will burn his fucking hand.
So when it becomes one, it's all happy again. It's like, thank God. We're one again. Segregation's a bitch. Look at that little purple one flying around all over.
I tell you what, there's a difference right there, man. This one is like vintage. You know what I mean? This one's old as fuck. This one is like a newer model. And like when I first got it out, I flipped it around and that shit's been stuck to the glass ever since. I've tried heating it up, shutting it off, and it sticks there. It hasn't moved in days. I can't figure out how to get it back to the bottom. The only difference, and it's like difference in oils too. I think I don't know what the difference is in like say the 70s model versus the new age model, but these two,
Which one was built in China?
they ain't the same. They ain't the same.
The butt plug looks fun.
Look at that big one. There.
That one looks like it hurts. Got the little bars on it and everything. Shit.
No.
It's just wrong that you see butt plugs and everything. You can't.
It's not everything. It's just most things. Like the microphone right there. Damn. When that fuzzy thing get on that microphone. Shit.
And even
And now you're talking about shit.
Talking to the butt plug now. Shit. Like,
look at the big red one now. Now it's one.
it's got one giant one at the bottom now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that the sun coming out for you?
Huh? No, sun ain't coming out.
Okay. I was tripping out.
Definitely.
It's 140 here. Never mind.
I've been eyeballing this fucking like
443.
fucking I don't even know how long this fucking shit is how old this is now. It's got to be at least a year. I took a shot of it one night on the air.
Mushrooms?
No, this is that it was RSO. I started making RSO with it at one point. And for some reason I took that alcohol and I poured it in this shot glass, or monkey head. It's pretty cool. And it was green for a while. Then all of a sudden then it turned brown. And it's been in there for a minute. That's like there was a lot of fucking weed that went into this. You know what I mean? When I made this rounded tincture, there was like a lot. It was, I would consider this. I did a part of this one night. I kicked it back and fucking was barely talking by the end of the show. Like you could barely understand me. Almost drank some last night. It was strong.
How did you make that one, Eagle?
This was like a full what did I use? Everclear wash with fucking a lot of cannabis. It wasn't trim or nothing. It was straight up buds. And it was all I could pack. It was overdue. You know what I mean? It was like kind of just dump it over the buds and that was, you know what I mean? It wasn't no press or nothing. It was just the goods. One quick wash of the goods. And the RSO itself was like super strong. But this is still basically unheated alcohol. Take it down to the oil. Thinking about kicking some back tonight.
Yeah, it's starting to get cold enough that you could start making hash now.
Yeah. I made it all before I left the last place though. Or at least all the material I had backed up for him.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Just watch that one again.
I still actually got some of that air.
You should have a shitload of that hash. What the hell?
No, I smoked a lot. I gave quite a bit away. Wow, what are you gonna do with 11 ounces of hash? Pass it along with friends. What you do?
That's a nice return, though. That's a
Wow. Yeah, and you see the spoonfuls I was pulling out of them bags
Yeah.
that night, though. That's a good
But
one.
that was it. That was like what was it? 3 different types or 4?
Yeah,
Maybe more. Yeah.
yeah, it was all mixed strains.
I think that when you do the mixed strains, I think that's where you really bulk up. But then it's hard to tell which one is given. But the hash is lovely. The hash is way nicer than just getting the one blend, I find.
Right. I'm not washing particularly for hash right now, anyways. Otherwise, I would be splitting them up, freezing them as I go. That was all dry material that went into that round.
Yeah, but when it's just all trim and just like small buds, like I find it's better off keep a couple of jars until you have a mix of them, and it's a nicer blend of hash. Just for my own personal smoke.
That's what I think about the hash in general is fresh froze is quality and dry is more quantity. You're looking to get more quantity out of your wash, you're going to work a drier material. If you want more quality, you're going to fresh froze the material as soon as possible.
Yeah, I got my self-leveling in my floor done yesterday, and she's looking lovely this morning. You could eat your dinner off it. Yeah. So hopefully I just got let that cure for another couple of days and be able to paint it by Wednesday, I hope, and get my room back in order. just waiting on concrete to cure and all that is like, it's just wait. You know, it's like more than watching paint dry. Yeah,
Exciting time now. New
yeah, it
weed.
is. It's grand, and I'm getting to do all the jobs that I ticked all them things that were annoying me, and yeah. And then I'm kind of going on my, you know, to get the room running right is the, you know. And then when you put plants in there, it's a totally different environment.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the best time.
Yeah. I can't wait. Going to pop a load more seeds as well. A lot of excitement to come. I can't wait. You know, especially, you know, like having like access to all Smiley stuff now. This is my first time to actually have Michigan weed, so I can kind of.
Right on. That's pretty
And
awesome.
what I, like getting what I got from Tal already, like I'm the happy days. Yeah. I haven't heard one bad complaint about Amy's, you know.
No,
You know, so that's, you know, if anything, you just need to have really good carbon filters and be up on your game that way.
that's not a bad thing.
No, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Yeah, exciting times, especially that we can all, you know, we're not talking about this big company that we've been all funding. It's about supporting your friends and, you know, weed nerds. This is what it's about, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Proudness, Smiley. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Everybody else is doing good things in the candy community too, not just Smiley. There's a lot of cool fucking people doing shit in the community as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And that's, yeah, but more that we kind of know one another on a bit more of a personal, you know, as well. We more interact with one another on not daily, but we do. I think it's exciting times, you know. And little did the doors seem to be opening up a bit more for cannabis, I think. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
even whatever that fucking Egypt said the other day, like in his wording or whatever, it's
Even if it isn't like a full
he's just doing
measure
that's
and
all for
stuff like that.
midterm. Just from a
Yeah, I
looking
know.
from over here, that's midterm, pure midterm.
But
He's
think
just
about that.
dropping.
But think about that fucking 10 years ago, the American president getting on TV talking about cannabis in general, just about anything about cannabis. That was just like unthinkable 10 years ago. Right. The fact that it's happening and it's going in that direction means it's on track. Be as patient as we've been for as long as we've been, you know, it's like it's been like this for fucking our whole lives, literally all our whole lives, like it's a little bit longer.
It's all our lives. This has affected us from that one decision that somebody in America decided that they were going to go after cannabis and call it marijuana. And it's had a worldwide effect. It's imprisoned lots. Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
wish I didn't have to live underneath that turf for the last fucking 30 odd years or 40 years, you know. I could have done without all that stress. You know? Unneeded, like,
Oh yeah.
you know, completely unneeded. So, but yeah,
Well, when I
at
came
least
in
they're
the
I believe, yeah. I got your referral is gonna be on Friday, Neo Flower. Martin's World. Yeah.
lovely days, happy days.
Right on. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get you one or two others and maybe get you a medical patient and let you know what it's like from a medical patient's view over here, what they have to kind of go through, you know.
Be awesome.
So, yeah, she's a good kid as well. So, and she's well spoken. She's
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Martin's World. Yeah, I'm sure a few people in chat would know him.
Seems like that's going to be a good episode. He seemed pretty excited.
Yeah, he's got worlds of knowledge. For a young kid as well, it's great. Like, he's been an inspiration for me to think that, like, oh, this guy has got big balls. That's all I'll say. Yeah.
Awesome.
But it's if we didn't have people like Subby in this community, we'd be still struggling massively, you know, because they just opened the door and said, look, it's okay to come out and enjoy yourselves and to socialize with one another. You know what I mean? And there's not, you know, we just have to vet one another. It's just like having the events and all that. You kind of have to, you know, open them up to the public is one thing, but when you just kind of have a gathering of your own people, you can kind of, you know, have it as a ticketed event, and you know, because everybody's looking over their shoulders for so long, you know, the last thing you want to be doing is turn up to an event and you're sitting at a table and it's getting raided, you know, and you know, so you're going to be blaming the people that put on the event for setting you up, and you know, people get off on.
Well, fucking look at High Times. High Times was a perfect example about, you know, not being what it was. You know, look back now and how deep, you know, the CIA ties went right from the beginning. I've actually seen shit that actually shows the CIA and High Times in bed right from conception. So, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you don't really like. They had their time and they had their time to get things sorted, and they didn't. They jumped into bed. But then, was it ever from our side? Was it always set up to entrap us? Which is a lot of stuff, you know. It's like, you know, people going on these Telegram or WhatsApp or Signal or whatever, you know what I mean, to kind of have these private chats. Everything is who sets up these sites? You know, who set up the dark web? You know, its infancy starts off as a, you know, it's some agency looking for information about, you know. So
that's the thing too, is you know, when it comes to that type of thing, we blindly fucking volunteer all that shit, all that information, all that shit on those sites.
But yeah, it's exciting times. We have an event now coming up next week over here, and there'll be what, 10, 20 vendors. Yeah, so got glass artists coming in. Yeah, got a brand new studio opening up this week in Ireland, the glass studio, like state of the art, like that can house maybe up to 12 artists blowing glass at a time. So yeah, exciting times. Things are, you know, as they say, the ball is in our court to play with. You know what I mean? And as long as we all respect one another, that's the, you know, the end of the day. Because all I want to do is just smoke, you know, just have like that simple little thing, been able to grow a couple of plants, the same as it's orchids or whatever. Yeah, it's just a hobby at this stage, you know, and it's very, you know, that's it. Not harming anyone. I ain't harming anybody. You're not harming anybody. You know, we might have things that look like sexual things that we smoke over, whatever, but you know, that's just up to people's perception. You know, but we're just having a bit of fun at the end of the day. That's it, you know. And I think we just like to connect with one another, you know, and I think this cannabis has us on a different little plateau that we express ourselves slightly different than everybody else. We're that little bit more tuned or whatever, or we want to tune out, whichever it is. It's just a plant, very simple.
Yeah.
Amazing plans.
Yeah, it's exciting times. It's nice to be alive in these, like, you know what I mean? I never thought in my wildest that we'd be,
Yeah.
so here we are, you know, and
So do
embrace
you
it.
think with you
You know,
guys
embrace it.
being like still on the newer frontier that there is still kind of opportunities there? I mean, do you guys think do you think at some point, you know, you will have the opportunity to become more of a larger scale grower?
I don't. Lots of people, you know, like people come to you and they say, "Oh, you do this, you do this. This is great entrepreneur." You know what I mean? That you're out there, and you know, there's not too many people like you. Would you jump in? Like, you know what I mean? We've got lots of money. Da 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 da. You know, do I want to work with? You know what I mean? Somebody, and they have, you know, they have their own thing already set up that they're spending money. You know, they're just bringing you along on the journey. You know, so you know they're out there. There's all them vultures are waiting to get people that think they know the industry. But you know what I mean? Once you step out of your own grow and you're starting to, it's a different game. You know what I mean? It's a different ball game. You know what I mean? And as we speak, when China gets in on the game, you know, who's going to fucking compete against China? You know, who's going to compete when, you know, Morocco starts producing for here, like Spain's producing, like Portugal's producing, like Germany's going to produce, like, you know, they're all going to produce now, you know, so.
That'd be a tough one. I mean, do you see China kind of coming on board anytime
Of
soon? I mean,
course,
it's so taboo over there. You know what I mean? For the
listen,
government to flip on that,
it's money, is money. It's new money. The color of it prints itself, okay? If you think that they're not getting involved, blink, just blink. They're
yeah,
involved.
I get the money aspect of it. I really
Yeah,
get
but I
the
mean, if you're,
aspect, but tradition runs so deep over there for them to overlie, you know, thousands of years of tradition and going, yeah, fuck cannabis, just to flip your values, your morals for that buck, man. That's
they have already. Look, they sell us all these bath salts to sell to our fucking kids. No shame whatsoever. They'll make factories that are producing this. You can go online and buy. I'm not going to get into it, but you know what I'm talking about. And they have no problem. So if you think that they're not going to turn on their peripheral lights that they're trying to sell you already, you know, and they're selling you the picks and shovels, they're going to come in. You know, they see it as a, you know, I mean, if Joe's talking about it, your man's going to be taking heed. You know, it's who's Joe's money?
all the same money, isn't it?
It's all the
Netted
same money,
against
isn't
each
it?
other.
So they're going to all get involved. It's the greed thing at this stage. You know what I mean? As you see already, the amount of people that like us getting into the business, we need serious deep pockets. You know, first of all, you're better off. You need to own your land. You need to own your own land. You know, then you can. You know, you're trying to get into America to buying land in this 2023, basically.
Speaking of like buying land, I seen a thing, and that anybody can jump in. It seemed pretty legit. They said that the people in Canada pretty much didn't own anything. That the Queen actually owned Canada, and you know you had bought land from the Canadian government, and you don't even really own it by rights. You look back, through the deeds, you know, she still owns the country. Pretty much, they were saying nobody actually owns anything in Canada but her.
That's pretty much the same over here. When you scratch the surface, yeah. Well, that's just
So is that like basically saying you own the fucking first 6 inches and then the rest
Well,
is
that's why they
hers?
bury you at 6 feet, isn't it? Beyond that 6 feet that's all you ever owned as a foundation. You know, and you're only, the leasing is only for whatever, 100 years or whatever on that. You know,
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy to think that could even be a thing. How could that still be a thing?
that's just the way it is, isn't it? That's the way it's always, you know. That's the measuring stick, isn't it?
Yeah, that blew me away. It's like a little short that I seen that they were talking about that. I was like, how? It just kind of blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, but it's like you know, when you think that you own property and then a big development decides that they want to come through and just go, okay, well, the property line now just runs through your whole back garden. So
Well, I kind of went through
bye
that when
bye.
I bought, well, I was buying that last house, and I kind of come across like mineral rights and shit like that. You can buy the land, but you may not own the mineral rights. You find gold on that, and fucking chances are that ain't gonna be your gold.
That's what I mean. It's only like, I think it's 6 foot, isn't it? And then after that, it's theirs again.
Yeah, that's
If you
wild.
really check out your deeds and all that on land and all that. So, yeah.
Crazy.
But as in, get this little grow up, get back on track, and that's all I'm. Yeah, the simplicities of, you know what I mean, trying to go out and become rich in this business is I think I'm rich. Cannabis has given me more than I could ever ask. That's all. It's not money for me in our exchange that I have had for the last 40 odd years. So that doesn't, I mean, I'm not hungry to, you know, it pays my bills, as I say. I'm quite happy. Yeah. But yeah, the opportunities are always there, but it's a huge work commitment. Plus, you know what it's like to get into a 50 lighter, that's work, you are committed to that, and you're not going on holidays, you're not going to any more events, you're not going here, you're 7 days a week.
Labor of
No matter
love.
whether you have it all made it to the highest tilt, you got to be there. You got to be around. Plus, you need one or two other hands with you. And once you get into that, that's a serious feeding of mouths, because they have other mouths to feed as well. So,
Yeah, that somebody was just telling me today that I needed a vacation. I'm like, shit, I can't even remember the last time I actually took a solid vacation where I wasn't like worried about nothing, you know what I mean? Carefree, fucking. It's been a long time. It's been a long, long time. This is the first opportunity I could actually have to fucking take off and have a vacation, worry free.
it's nice. I wish I knew I was going to have like 6 weeks freedom, but in that 6 little weeks, I've been doing shitloads of, it's been a little work in process. It took me a bit longer than but you can only spend what you have.
So when you put it back up, would you save some time and do the automated thing like
Yeah, I'm definitely,
Cannabis?
I'm going to the Joes. I'm
Yeah.
going 100% going back to there. And I've invested in little monitors that run everything. You know what I mean? That it'll be all synced in, and so my fans, my lights, everything will be running through the, you know, little bit more, you know. So if I can cut down on, you know, fans not having to run when it's not needed, and you know, just getting more automated, getting it, tweaking it, as they say, make it more efficient than what it was. That's the only thing you should be kind of, as you get on, you know. You know, it shouldn't be costing you more money that you know, your investment should be paying off your, you know, really what you put in. You should be, you know, that's another life. Shouldn't have to look at that for 10 years, you know, it shouldn't have to, you know, 5 years, shouldn't have to, you know, good to go. And you know that when you set up your room and you, oh, I should have got that done. Should, you know, them little things, and I can't really do that because it's got negative effects for your room to go drilling, you know what I mean? Again, you know. So yeah, tweak it. Or, you know, bake it until you make it. Whichever. That's it.
No, it is hard to do upgrades on a working room. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's not good to fucking drill holes and have to worry about the drywall dust going all over your plants and shit like that.
Or that Kingspan, the insulation, the fine particles of that, you know, you finding that in your bud, like, you're gonna, where did, you know, where did this come from? And you realize, oh yeah.
That's the one thing that I did like about the tents was the multiple tents offered me a chance to be able to break down, not necessarily break down, but clean that space up without having to shut everything down. So every time one emptied out, that fucker got wiped down, lights got wiped down, everything was maintenance in between, you know, versus, you know, like you're saying, trying to run and keep a room going and not being able to do that in between. It can be tough.
Yeah. I had like a floor mats, you know, for a garage mat, you know, them ones you can put together. Like, and with like the checker plating, you know, the ones I'm talking
Yeah, the fatigue mats, basically.
Yeah. So they create a lot of problems, moisture, yeah. So just eliminating that out of my room, you know, and getting to a concrete floor that's painted, as you say, that I can wipe it down, I can see the dirt, you know. So
That was when I found that's when I caused myself problem, was when I pulled mine up, because I was in a grass space with the floor drain in there. And when I had the rubber mats over top of it. So for a couple of years when I first set the room up, I had those fatigue mats over the whole fucking space. And then I thought, I'm gonna get rid of these fuckers. I'm tired of trying to fucking mop and clean them, you know what I mean? Because water always going through, you know, where you fucking put them together. And I knew that they'd always be, it was actually better than I expected when I pulled them all up. But when I pulled them up, that's when I noticed the difference in the terp profiles. Things weren't, they were swaying off. You know what I mean? Jack had sent me the J1. Oh yeah, this pine, but no pine. And it was all because of the off gassing from the floor and the drain that I'd never even seen. Here I'm chasing my tail thinking it's this, it's that, and it's that. It's fucking the drain. The off gas from the drain changed my turf.
yeah, I pulled the drain completely out. So I did. Because I had it plugged, but it was creating like a cold, you know, because it was hollow, like the little, even though it's, you know, so yeah, that just the breeze off that was creating like a moisture or whatever, just cold. So yeah, I got rid of that out, pulled it out, and concreted it in 4 inches now. I put a membrane and everything down like a vapor.
You know, I always thought that to be a plus too. I never even fucking considered, you know, that drain being a problem once I pulled that floor up, you know, and fucking, but when I covered it back up, I couldn't believe how quickly things came back around. You know what I mean? It's one of them things as growers, man, we just don't necessarily kind of consider, you know, shit like that. In fact, I've talked to a few other growers, you know, listening to the story. I've actually coupled during, you know, the fucking talking shit with Eagle episodes. And they say, you know, they've said that they've noticed a sway or something. And I'm like, perhaps chance, are you in a basement? Floor drain somewhere near there? Yeah. I want to check on that, dude. You know,
But they were the thing to put in when you were doing your room back, because if you had any leaks or any you could just let it out. Boom, boom, boom. You know, I used to think it was great when I had an overflow. When you know what I mean? And it was like, okay, you can just tip the plant and let it all run out here, and it's all great, grand bang. Yeah. It came back to bite me in the butt. But yeah, it's this is all a learning curve, isn't it? You know, I'm going to have to get adjust myself to all this. Yeah. And
well,
trusting a little piece of tech on the wall that's going to be my new brain to look at.
should be a learning curve anyway,
Yeah.
constantly. You know, I don't think any one of us can honestly say we're a master grower of anything. We can change our environment. We can move across the country, start up another grow, and be all new fucking environmental pressures, all kinds of shit.
Pack a new
Uh,
pack of seeds. That's all you need to do. And it's a different culture. You know, it's like, you know, you could be bringing in that sentence into your room that's something that's not up to standard, and it's, you know, or you could be bringing in a far better genetic and realize, wow, look,
True.
You know, it's getting better. It's definitely getting better, you know. And a lot of the, you know, a lot of stuff that's not needed in this industry is, you know, being put to the side as well, you know. You know, the likes of this show here that's, you know, educational for people. You know, people get a different outlook and go, okay, maybe I'll put down all them bottles of salts. Maybe there is something here, you know. And it is, we all started off over there, but we all soon learned that, okay, all our wheat tastes the same, every bit of it. There was no.
I'm not, you know, I'm not saying that organics is wrong, and I appreciate the organics, but I still, man, I've grown strains, many strains side by side, and all of them stood out. And it wasn't necessarily, you know, I don't think that the nutrients I was using made them blah by any means. It wasn't until the only time that I've ever seen some type of like unification is when like fucking any run with like advance, like some systems like that where you got 10 pieces. Nah, yeah, your room kind of tends to blah together. Or the other example for me was I fucked around and played with Terpinator for a minute, and then that thing put fucking limonene. It put lemon on everything. Everything had lemon. It was like, yeah, no, fuck this shit. I'm done with the Terpinator. Yeah.
I miss that about soil recipes coming with the genetics that you're getting. Like that used to be a thing. It was like, this is what I grew it in, and this is the schedule or whatever like that. You'd get that shit when you got genetics from somebody black market style, like off the streets. Like, where'd you grow it in? Like the first thing you'd ask, where'd you grow it in, and what size pot, and all that shit. What lights, all that bullshit. Outdoor, indoor. You don't get that on the pack of seeds when you buy it. Like you don't get what they grew it in or what the fucking lights were. None of that shit.
Grow tips. Those were all questions you used to get at the dispo when you brought your weed in. So I was smiling.
Yeah.
And
there we
Trooper, you
go.
probably remember those days, taking that shit in. That was early on. Then at some point, fucking they faded. They didn't even want to know that shit. But a lot of places you just have to figure that, fill that sheet out. It was grown with in soil.
Yeah.
Actually, every time I filled one of those out for a dispo, I was like, you guys are just trying to figure out a recipe.
Yeah. That's what I always thought. Like, why
You
not?
guys want to know what everybody's using and what's working. That's why you're asking.
Good times.
Those were fucking good times. God, I miss the fucking backpack days.
You're in fucking, yeah, just standing next to somebody with a backpack and you didn't know what they had in it. Like,
Fuck, man. Them days, man, you could start at, in Flint, you could start at one. There were so many dispos. You could fucking start at one end of the fucking door highway and you could literally zigzag down it with your backpack. Bing, 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 until it was gone. And then you just go home. I could love that shit. Those were great days.
bad.
Great days. I miss that shit.
Yeah, but while you're living in them days, you don't really. It's hard to appreciate what you're going through until you. Okay, did we just do that? You know, it's one of them moments when you're kind of doing it. It's a bit of a roller coaster.
That's what I was kind of getting at when I asked you about, the opportunities ahead of you with in your country there. I mean, are you guys gonna still have, do you think you'll have that cowboy era over there?
Yeah,
Right
it's
on.
always, yeah, you're going to always have that, like, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
when that legalization first came here in Michigan, when I'm talking about this era and like say Flint, it was fucking straight. It was cowboy as cowboy could get them days, man. If you had the balls, rent a storefront, you know what I mean? Pull a fucking DBA and fucking open up that storefront, man. You could sling bud through there all day long, man. And that it was, no state permissions or licensing at that point. Everybody, like I said, if you had the balls to fucking open that door, have at it there for a while. And it's always nice to see that in every state. And I've talked about that a lot lately too. Is that I think that's why they haven't, at least here in the states, kind of just country coast to coast. Yeah, medical cannabis, recreational cannabis. I think they're purposely going from state to state so they can watch that up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. They get to do it 50 times. You know what I mean? And then
and
do
then
it
the
one
ball
more
will start
time.
doing this. Da, 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 da.
But they'll have one more draw at it when they go fucking, coast to coast. They'll have the opportunity to change the rules and play the market one more time at that point.
And that's what I'm saying to you, that China will jump in and, you'll have a. It's been at the end of every other money thing. You know what I mean? It's like, as what you grew up in and what I grew up in, the industry, all them industries ended up over there or ended up in Asian, you know what I mean? So the hard work, you know what I mean? That hard slog, the 12-hour shifts in them factories, with all the dodgy chem or whatever you're working with, you know. So all that hardware machinery all ended up back over there, or ended up there, not back over there. And they adapted to all the, you know what I mean, and took on, and they don't really have a health and safety ethic yet. I don't think they'll ever will, you know. They have the masses of people that can go to the factory. I think they're good, like they're already selling us the picks and shovels at like cheap. So I just they've got into every other market. Why would they not get into this one? They don't really have, they say they have ethics. I think money is their idol, isn't it, over there? I mean, like the way they look at even they look at themselves, you know, they're very strict. It's very, you know, if you think of, you know, you know, where we've come out, they're like still back in the bygone.
I don't know. I hope that like I
Like
said,
we all witnessed that thing that happened in that square and watched it up with her in shock and horror. And yeah, it's the same people in power. Yeah, they'd take your dollar bill, no problem, I think. So yeah, things are going to change big. I just, that's the way I just see it. I think it's more and more countries. I think what the one over here will be Germany, which will kick the door down for every other country over here, because that's the, you know. I'm actually shocked that the UK hasn't, because it's gone on the Brexit thing already, that hasn't pulled out that card. I mean, like, oh, where they're going to be the, yeah. Because
well, it's still the UN treaty that's holding us all back, right?
yeah, it's a,
that was something that we brought to the table. I think a lot of the
Yeah.
other countries call us like hypocrite because we did bring that to the
that's what I'm
UN.
saying, that, you know, it's the former presidents and people that decided to make in these silly laws that, you know, and then it's only one word when you get to the African countries where they use it. You know what I mean? So it's actually an opiate. They started this all off on an opiate thing, and then got the draft to have cannabis put in the last paragraph. So it's like, you know, the way they used the Arabic brotherhoods, or what at that time, all the North African countries, that they were saying Turkey was a gateway, Morocco was a thing, all these other countries, you know what I mean? They were rogue drug traders, you know what I mean? The way you seen Midnight Express, like Turkey been portrayed, but like as this mad country that was like rogue, but it's not, you know, it's just at the times they were able to portray it as that, you know. It's not like, things change, you know, policies there. Like if you look at Morocco, the king, as he told the farmers to go and grow, you know, go and produce. Like I can go and I can buy, like Gorilla Grew from Morocco hash. I can buy gelato hash from, like individually, all different grown, all the different strains, all in hash. You know what I mean? Banana Mac you can buy. You know, they're all out there. That's what you can buy now here. You can buy the individual. So that market is blooming, you know, and it's, I've never seen a shortage of hashish in this country. Never, you know. So it's that, it's already changed. Yeah. So you can see the change even on the kind of on the criminal end as well, in that they're actually getting affected, that they're actually then coming back to the market and throwing in their stuff at like half the price it was 2 years ago. So there's definitely, you know what I mean, the prices came down hugely in 2 years. So it's like what you experienced a few years ago with all that happening in Oregon, like for the pounds that were dropping at such and such a price, even to this day, you know, that effect now has come and now affects Europe because, yeah, just the way the machine, you know what I mean? Somebody will always cut something to get, plus when I say that it's not that they've cut down on the quality is actually shot completely up, how clean their products is, blah, 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 because they knew when they were coming to the market for the last 3-4 years, their stuff they weren't getting entertained. So it was, you know, they were bringing their stuff to market, but they couldn't sell it. Because everybody had been educated by looking at pictures on Instagram, which is, you know, weed should taste good, not look good. You know?
I agree with that. I like them t-shirts.
Yeah, but that in that sense, and a lot of these newer kids, they it's the look. It's the look
Oh, agree. Figures, you're hilarious.
That was awesome.
You've been trying not to giggle for the last 10 minutes.
I was trying not to laugh for the past 10 minutes too. Yeah.
I've seen you. These butt
let it
plugs
out.
giggling over there like a little kid about these lava lamps.
Sometimes, man, if you guys knew what I was thinking, you guys would be like, what the hell is he doing up here with us? Fuck. Should be somewhere else. Mad TV magazine or Mad magazine or some shit. No bueno. 16-year-olds up in his head, farting around.
You know what that is? You don't want to know what that is.
Keep reading this double D's and it makes me laugh every time too. Like double D's.
Oh,
What time is it already? Holy shit, dude.
it's 5:30.
I just noticed that.
You guys kept me up late. No.
I saw
It's
another show
10:30 in the
starting.
morning over here.
I was like, holy shit, shows are starting in Australia, across the world and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
They're going
Hell
picking
yeah.
mushrooms this morning over here. The
Hey, good
fields are
morning.
alive. The fields are alive at the moment.
I've been watching a little bit of fungi stuff the last few days. I just finished up that teaming with fungi for the fucking second time. And then I watched Third Kingdom, which was about fungi, and a few other ones, man. That shit's just fascinating. The Third Kingdom, man, they actually talk about mushroom like trees, fungus like trees that at one point shot up like 30 feet in the air, like basically fungus trees and shit. And they had found, you know, fossil like structures from them and took samples. They actually thought they were trees at one point until they did some cross sections and they actually found that they were a woody, you know, fungus, like a woody mushroom and shit that were tree like, you know, back in the day. That shit's fucking fascinating. You know, the shit, you know, I've talked about this a lot too, but they kind of threw that back in the Third Kingdom. The only thing that separates, you know, for one, we can't live without it. It's the basis of every, you know what I mean, plants, animals, everything kind of relate back to the fungi and their relationship with us. But damn, now I forgot where I was going with this.
But even that, like that,
The fine line was, they've developed over the years the perfect way to do everything is basically what they have said. And the only thing they can kill us, certain fungi can kill us, but even the good ones, the fine line with us and fungi is temperature. And once they've kind of learned how to fucking master or adapt to temperature, then we could pretty much be done. You know what I mean? Because that's what the golden line with us is. The fungi that live in us are temperature dependent. If they were just a few more degrees, they would overtake us. It's just kind of fascinating. You've seen that one too, I've seen one. Fungi is a fungi. Yeah, I seen that. That it was one of the mushroom shows I was talking about. Seeing today, he started the show with a bunch of like fungi humor. There, it was kind of funny. Sounds like 420, 420. Seen the same one.
but you think about how big that fungus, the honey mushroom, is in Oregon.
9 miles, something like that.
So, and that's eating trees every day, just munches another tree, makes its way along through the root system and impregnates. Yeah.
It's incredible what they can do. They were saying in the third kingdom there, basically, a hyphae strain is pushing 1,600 pounds per square inch. That little fucking thread being able to push in the rock. I mean, that little thing in soil pushing that kind of pressure to be able to push its way into rock like that, you would think steel, not something you could take out of the ground and fucking bend and twist with your finger and shit. You know what I mean? Being able to punch its way into rock. That's just crazy fascinating.
It's crazy fascinating that the fungus has so many benefits for us, like it's, the rewiring of our brains, like lion's mane.
Shit,
What mushrooms are going to give the world in the next 50 years is probably could be the key. To
well,
unlock
they
a
were
lot of
quick to
shit.
point out like penicillin being a fungi based. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for penicillin and the discovery of that, we'd be set way back already.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation.
No, we wouldn't be.
No. So, like, yeah, we're starting to touch the surface, and I mean, the more people that dive into this as working with mushrooms, and the more they find out. I mean, like, when I say this, we haven't really found much things that can eat plastics, and they definitely can. You know what I mean? What we get from that fungus after it eats the plastic is another byproduct. Are we creating another monster? But it seems like nature is the best clay, to heal herself and everything over time. So, be getting invaded by aliens.
Yeah, the ganja ghosts. Cheers.
But yeah,
What's up?
Cheers.
Is my audio working?
Yes.
Is
Sweet.
good morning.
Guys. Yeah, good morning. It just passed 4:20 here.
how was fucking Big clouds.
Who's Big Clouds? I didn't fuck anybody named Big Cloud today.
The event Big Clouds.
Oh, I see. It was a lot of fun. It was cold as fuck, man, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I didn't get there until after 4 o'clock. So by the time I got there, Smiley and everybody left. And then we ended up finally running into Modern a little bit later in the night and hung out with him for a while. And then all of a sudden I turned around and he was gone. So I assume he left because it was getting kind of late and cold.
Well,
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was not as many people as the last show or the last event, but it was definitely a good time. And then when we showed up, me and my cousin both wore like a costume, and we didn't really see a lot of people dressed up. And we're like, son of a bitch, are we going to be like the only ones that showed up with a fucking costume? But then as the night went on, like more and more people started showing up with costumes on. So it's like, all right, I feel better now. Because it looked silly. We were like literally only a handful of us had costumes on for the longest time. It was kind of weird.
what was your costume? What'd you go as?
A fucking ghost, man. And it was so great. Like I colored the eyes red to make it like, the ganja ghost. And then I didn't even like tell people I was ganja ghost, but I was walking around and people would be like, what up, ghost? And I'm like, what up? Like if my cousin's just like, they're just talking to you like they know you. I'm like, I know, everybody's cool, man. It was her first time at an event, so it was really exciting for her.
Nice. Yeah.
And then the fucking cops scared the shit out of us leaving Michigan. We were somewhere, we didn't even leave Michigan yet. We were right before you hit the border by Indiana, somewhere around there. All of a sudden, we're cruising on the highway. There's maybe 2 cars behind us. Like it's just empty road. Middle of the night, no lights and shit. It's dark as fuck. All of a sudden, flashing blue lights up ahead. Like, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I thought maybe they had somebody pulled over. No, they had 2 sheriffs or whatever or state patrol in the fucking middle of the road, blocking so nobody could drive through. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is this like a checkpoint thing? Like, what are they doing? Are they gonna? Because I had a bunch of shit in my car. I'm like, oh man. So I'm like, everybody who was behind us, like, kind of stopped and sat in the road. Like, what do we do? Are we supposed to sit here? Do we follow the cops? Because the cops were legit going like 3 miles an hour down the highway and wouldn't let anybody pass. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? I got all this shit on dash cam too. I'm going to post it eventually. But this went on for like a good 10 minutes and we were just crawling like 3 miles an hour down the highway. By the time the cops finally like let people go, there was like a whole line of cars behind us, just like confused, like what do we do? And like we ended up coming towards an exit, and it really threw everybody off because one of the cops flew over to the right side and blocked the exit so nobody could get off of the fucking freeway. And we're like, okay, what the hell's going on? Why are they blocking the exit and making us stay here? This is some creepy shit. And then randomly out of nowhere, they both turned their lights off and went speeding down the highway and just took off. And we're like, what the fuck was that? Like, they didn't, like, we never saw an accident. We didn't, like, it was weird. So then we pulled off at the next exit and went to a gas station to use the bathroom. By the time I come out, I get in the car. I'm about to like get my GPS back on and I hear woo, and I look in the mirror and there's the fucking cops again. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Are they fucking with us? Like, what the hell? So there's like 3 of them pull up in SUVs and shit. They're just in the middle of the parking lot of the gas station, like with their lights shining directly behind my car. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm just gonna sit here and like not move and like maybe they'll go away. So eventually they fucking park and a whole bunch of them like get out and go into the gas station and they're all like giggling and stuff. And I'm like, I bet you the motherfuckers are fucking with us. Like, cause like, what the hell else are they doing? I don't know what the hell they were doing on the highway though. That was really weird. But the thing at the gas station, like doing their little woo thing, I think they were just trying to fuck with us.
I like the fact that you kind of took the ghost approach with the cops. You're like, well, if we don't move, they won't see us.
Right, because I got tinted ass windows, so you can't really see in there. But I mean, my car was on, so they knew somebody was in there. But I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here and just not go anywhere. They can't pull me over if I'm already pulled over, right? I'm just parked here. So
Pothead logic. I can't get pulled over if I'm already pulled over.
oh dude, and then I swear to God, I get home. I came to my house first so I could drop shit off, and then I took my cousin home. And as soon as I pull onto like the road that comes up past my street, all of a sudden I see a fucking cop come rolling real slow in an SUV down the street. I'm like, oh shit. And so I pull onto my street. This is like not like 2 blocks from my house. I pull onto my street and I park right away. I'm like, I just got to get to in front of my house and pull the keys out, because once the keys are out, they can't do shit. Like, you can't prove I was driving my fucking car. So I pull the keys out right away, get out the car, and then here comes another fucking cop rolling right down my street real slow. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, all these cops tonight. So then I took all my shit in the house and then took my cousin home, and I didn't see any more cops taking her home, thank God. But man,
It was full moon last night. Just saying.
yeah. Yeah, the moon looked really awesome.
The moon was.
You guys got to see it.
Yeah.
Was that the harvest moon?
Yeah. Harvest moon in Aries, I think.
Oh. So, again, I can appreciate another thing I appreciate about that story is I gotta get the shit out of my car.
Yeah. Well, I was smart this time. I brought my lockbox. I'm like, I'm just like, I know the dogs, technically, if they had a dog, they could probably smell it through my lockbox, but I felt safer at least like having it in there, locked in a lockbox in my trunk underneath a bunch of shit. Like, it made me feel better than just like throwing it in a backpack. So, and I had the keys like hidden somewhere. So it's like, oh, I don't know where the keys are. Good luck. But yeah, apparently Red Pill was there. I didn't see him though, because like I said, everybody had left. Modern said that everybody had left around like 4-ish. So basically, like when we were getting there is when everybody was leaving. Then Modern left and then came back and hung out. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, well, I'm slightly glad I didn't make the drive, just because if I would have been rolling in right about that time myself, about the time everybody else was like, yeah, I've had enough, I'm cold.
Yeah, we walked around a few times and then we ended up sitting. We found a fire pit because there were fire pits all over, and nobody was over by this one fire pit set up like over by where all the food was at. And it was like literally right next to the tent where they were playing music. So it's like, fuck, it's cold as shit. Let's just take this fire pit right here. We started dragging chairs from in the tents and shit that nobody was using, like the plastic folding chairs. It's like, nobody's using the shit. Fuck it. We're going to take it over by the campfire. And we started getting other people to do it too. They'd come to warm up and be like, hey, there's chairs over there. Go grab them. Like, nobody says shit. They're like, okay. They go grab chairs and sit with us too. We're just chilling and smoking. Just chilling by this fire for like probably 2 hours, just trying to stay warm. Oh, and then I don't know the fucking booth's name. I got to look it up. But these motherfuckers tried to rip me off and I fucking caught them. Like, they had White Widow and I was so excited to find White Widow because I haven't had any in years and years. So I was like, oh, how much is it? And he's like, $150 an ounce. And I was like, all right, well, let me get an ounce of that. And then like a 1/4 ounce of peanut butter breath, which was the same price. So, you know, it should have came out to about $187, $188, something like that. And so I pull out $200 bills and I hand it to him. And I was like, how much did you say it was? And he looks at the money in his hand. He goes, oh, I said it was 200. And I was like, huh. And they were also selling cider for $5 a piece. So I was like, well, let me get two apple ciders too, because like there's 2 of us. I was like, you know, that would give me the $10 and basically make it 200 then, because it should have been 180. So I was like, you know, you actually told me it was 150 an ounce. So technically, no, it should have been that plus the 2 ciders, and then it's about 200. And like the girl that was working with him looked at him like, what the fuck are you doing? Like she like heard all this going on, like how he was trying to rip me off and shit, telling me the wrong prices. And she like smacked him in the head. It was kind of funny. But after that, I didn't go back there. I was like, fuck you guys. And then it was kind of like funny because the rest of the weed that I bought was like right across from them. So they got to stand there and like see me spend more money buying more shit from these other people. And like, fuck you guys. You ain't getting any more of my money after that shit. Like you would like, that's bogus, man. I wonder how many other people they do that to, because you're all stoned and shit, not really doing the math right in your head and shit. And then he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna just try to take the 200. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, no, motherfucker.
Good business. That's good business. Oh shit. So what all different kinds of strains did you find? What did you get?
So I got White Widow, Peanut Butter Breath, Lime Green Skunk, Green Crack, Forbidden Skittles,
Did you buy a garbage bag?
I forgot the name of what this one was. It was something cookies. I don't know. It's in a. He's got this shit in a glass jar, and it doesn't have the name on it.
This is fucking awesome.
He's all like, "Let me dump out this shopping bag."
Let me count the 1,000 different things I bought there.
Modern would
That
know
must
what
be a
this
big
is that I
lot,
bought
though.
because he's the one that took me to the tent for this one, whatever this mystery one is that I don't know the name of.
I agree. It sounded like minimum like a fucking turkey bag and shit.
It does sound like a turkey bag, dude. Exactly like one.
I don't know what this other thing is either. Somebody gave us all a free capsule of something, and it just says for a good time, call, and then it has a phone number and some weird symbol on it that looks like it's a, like, you know, that big tub that's in Jeffrey Dahmer's bedroom that he put bodies in. It looks like a picture of one of those connected to like a meth lab. So I don't know what the fuck this thing is.
Nice. I would boost that instantly.
Could be THC, it could be shrooms, or it could be poison. Who knows?
I would take it. It's a gamble. I like to gamble.
See, that's funny. I was saying earlier, you know, back in school, I've seen memes where they're like, oh, in school, they told us people were going to offer us free drugs. Like, it was a fucking lie. Like, no, just go to Michigan. They'll give you all sorts of free drugs.
Yeah.
How many times do you think they fucking answer that number and somebody's like, I did not have a good time. I woke up and my asshole was sore. I don't know.
It was all
what the fuck
slippery.
happened.
The butt plug was still in there. It's like, what the fuck?
It was in backwards.
Things have went wrong. It was not good.
Dude, I had some random people that were sitting by the fire laughing because my cousin's like, watch my purse for me. And then she walks away. I'm like, all right, he wants to buy a purse. It could be filled with dildos or it could have money in it. You never know. They're just looking like, what the fuck? As soon as she came back, I'm like, just so you know, nobody wanted to buy your dildos. Like, am I the only one who talks like this in public? I don't know.
No. I'm not the only person.
I didn't see that cousin Nikolai guy though, that tracksuit mafia people that we were talking to for a while last time. I didn't see them anywhere. But the big cloud guy, I don't know what the fuck his costume was, but it's something that you can't unsee. I think I got pictures of it. I'll post it on Instagram later. And somebody was dressed like Macho Man, like Randy Macho or whatever, the wrestler, and he was like riding around on the fucking golf cart with one of those things that you talk through that make it loud. I forgot what it's called. Yeah. He was just like yelling through that shit. It was pretty funny.
Hell yeah.
That would be a hard one to keep in character all night or all day, walking around.
Right?
Without somebody jumping you.
What's that? Hit me up, flower?
Without someone jumping you.
on the fight.
Right.
Coming up and giving you a slap.
I wish we would have checked to see if this one guy was still dancing though. I don't know what he was on, but literally the whole time I was there, he was dancing and he never went away. Like he never moved away from where he was. He was just dancing the whole time, like just getting his groove on, man, all by himself. I was recording it for a while.
Maybe that's what he took that for a good time pill.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because like we did like the first walk around about like 4:30 and he was over there dancing and
He was
like
the
doing
one
like all this
guy
weird
that said, "Hey,
shit.
fuck it."
And then I think the last time we were over there, it had to have been like almost 9 o'clock and he was still over there. So from 4 to 9, he was at least over there dancing. After that, I don't know because we didn't check again, but I'm sure he was still there dancing.
Easy. I often wonder how the Big Cloud guy does it, man. That guy's committed to that. Every time I've seen him, man, as long as somebody has an eye on it, man, he would get right into the dance. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how the after party went. I guess at 11:30 they were supposed to have like an after party down by the RV area, but it was so fucking cold. Like when we left, it was like I think like 48 degrees. And we had been outside for hours and hours just freezing our balls off with just like basically hoodies and our costumes on. So it's like, yeah, we're just gonna go. We're not gonna stay for the after party. And I'm glad because I probably wouldn't have gotten home until like 8 o'clock this morning if we would have stayed. I don't think I would have been able to drive home after that.
I think they finally have called that the one campsite that always is throwing down on the end there. I think they just decided to start calling that the after party.
Yeah, that looks like where the music and lights were coming from while we were leaving. So that's probably what it was. It was like that same little area.
I was talking about that shit the other night, man. They're always there. They come prepared. They've got the fucking laser lights. I mean, they party down at that campsite. That's too funny. It's about time that them people were probably like, yes, this is the opportunity we've been waiting for right here.
You remember that guy that rapped for us last time? When I think we were getting ready to leave and then he started rapping and shit, saying that he does music in Michigan and like.
Oh yes, I do.
That.
At the one booth there where the tattoos were, right?
Yeah. So I ran into him again, like towards the end of the night. All of a sudden, like I look over and he's like standing there. I'm like, hey, I think you rapped for me last time. And then he looked at me like I was familiar, but he couldn't figure out who I was. And I didn't tell him I was Ganja Ghost at first. I was just like, yeah, you rapped for me. He's like, oh, I don't know. I was like, yeah, bro, you did. And then me, him, and my cousin just stood there talking and shit for a while. And all of a sudden it came out that I'm Ganja Ghost somehow. I forgot how it came out. But then he's like, wait a minute. I have your CD at my house right now. It's on my bed. I just haven't been able to listen to it because I don't have a CD player. And I was like, oh shit. So I was like, pulled up the thing on YouTube, like here, just like sub to the channel. So, like I have some of my music on there, not all of it yet, but at least it's a start. And so he's like, yeah, he was telling me about all this music shit that he's been working on and like people he knows in these different cities in Michigan that he's trying to like, get together with and make songs with. And like, we like exchanged emails and shit and we're supposed to kind of like exchange like he wants me to send him some beats and see what kind of lyrics he can throw on it. And it's like, hell yeah, man. Sounds like fun.
Right on. That's what he had kind of suggested that day too, was like a back.
Yeah, but then I gave him my phone number and he never texted me. So, but now I put my email into his phone and then he emailed me right away so we could have each other's emails. So it's like, all right, well, it seems like he's actually serious now.
That's what I love about them events, man. I've met so many fucking cool people wandering around talking like that.
I was sitting there too, watching them play. The dude that was playing the music, I don't know who it was, but it was just like a DJ type guy. And I'm like, man, I would love to fucking do this. Like, I have social anxiety really bad, so I think I'd be too scared to get on a stage by myself. But shit, if I had somebody or a couple people to like get on stage with me, like I'll do the little like play the music part and have somebody else fucking hype the crowd and rap or do whatever the fuck. Like, I think I can handle that and do like Halloween shows. That'd be cool.
Didn't they have like an open mic early today? I think from like 12.
I think they were supposed to.
Pre-open mic.
Yeah. And I think that would work too, doing Halloween shows, because like a lot of my beats are kind of like darker sounding music, so it would work for that kind of event. And I wouldn't have to like, feel like I have to do shows all the time with my busy regular life and shit. I'd be like, okay, once a year I plan on doing this, and then I have the whole year to prepare for it and try to make it as cool as possible.
Yeah.
I am so high. I've been smoking and eating shrooms all day. I was kind of disappointed though. I made some mushroom tea this morning, and like I made a gram for myself the other night, and I was tripping pretty good. I spent 2 hours sitting on my floor playing my guitar and listening to Pink Floyd, and that was awesome. But then I did the same amount today, and I felt like I didn't feel anything. So it was weird, and it was from the same mushrooms. And I weighed it out too, made sure it was, the exact same, but it didn't seem to affect me the same today. I don't know if it has to do with how much you eat or what kind of foods you eat or any of that shit, but.
Was it 2 days in a row, or?
Was it 2? No, I did it like Thursday
okay.
night. I ended up taking some, and then I did some today at like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I would say would have made a difference. 2 days in a row, like the second day, you never feel it like the first day. It's like, oh, fuck. Like, why did I waste these? Like, why did I take more? Fuck. Yeah.
Some of it is, I do believe that the way you take it does matter too. I know the chocolates seem to hit quicker and stay a little bit longer than a regular mushroom. And I think there's a difference from, eating them on an empty and full stomach too. There's that time if you eat them on a full stomach, it takes a while for them to kick in. You kind of go, did I eat enough? And then all of a sudden they fucking hit you. Oh yeah, I fucking good.
I don't remember the name, but there was a booth there that had mushroom like snacks, I guess, like little treats and stuff made, and they had a couple of free samples, and so we each grabbed one, and it looked like little pieces of chocolate candy, like shaped like skulls. But then when I opened it, like mine did look like a skull, and it had like this red stuff on it that looked like blood, and it was kind of cool, but it got all over my fucking hands, which was annoying. And then you bite into it, like I thought it was gonna be chocolate, and you bite into it, and it was like fucking cookies and cream on the inside. Like it was like eating a cookie. I was like, oh my God, I want more of this. But then by the time we went over there, the booths were already closed, so I couldn't buy any. But that shit was good. I don't know what kind my cousin had. Hers looked different, but she said she didn't like the way it tasted, so she threw it away. But I assume there wasn't much mushrooms in it.
Some dog is wandering around tripping.
I had a good dose of the chocolates yesterday. Always enjoy it. Good little mushroom.
Do you find that tea is easier on your stomach than eating it, like, through chocolates or whatever?
I've never tried the tea method. What about you guys?
if there's any pathogens at all in it, like heat will have killed it, won't it? You know. So
Yeah, because I don't know. I read online that like for some people drinking it as a tea, it's easier on your stomach, so you don't get nauseated. Because I found that last time I ended up buying some of those penis envy mushroom chocolate bars from Kiwi, and they were really good, but they made me so nauseous. Like I had to go lay down for like 2 hours and just wait for it to go away because I just wanted to throw up so bad. And which, oh my God, speaking of throwing up, this dude, we're sitting at the fucking table and I'm waiting for my cousin to go get cheese curds. Yeah, so fucking Wisconsin, she had to go get cheese curds. They had all this other food. But anyways, I'm sitting there waiting at the table, just smoking a joint. And there's some people sitting at the table like next to me. And you could tell they're fucked up. Like one of them's kind of sitting there with his head on the table. And next thing I know, I just hear thunk. And I look over and the dude's laying on the fucking ground, foaming at the mouth. And I'm like, what the fuck? But it wasn't really foam. It was just his spit and everything all just getting all nasty. He was probably fucking dehydrated and shit. So it gets all foamy looking. And he's just, but it looked like he's like foaming at the mouth, laying on the ground. And the people he's with just slowly look over and kind of look at him and look at me like I'm supposed to do something. And I'm just like, what are you guys gonna do? And then he starts like trying to get the dude to sit up. He's fucking starts puking all over the ground and it looks like dog food. I'm like, whoa, bro. And yeah, so he pukes for like 5 minutes straight. And then he stands up, drinks something, and they walk away like nothing ever happened. I was like, all right, rock on, man. And I bet that puke is probably still sitting there and it's going to be frozen to the ground in the morning.
Awesome. Metal as fuck.
Yeah, because like where he was sitting, it was inside of one of these like tents they had set up with just tables for people to eat at. And he was like sitting in the corner where you wouldn't really see it unless you go all the way around the table and like either step in it or really look for it. So somebody's going to step in it or find it in the morning.
some raccoon ate it last night.
Oh, nice. Trip balls. That's gonna
Right.
trip balls, walk off if I can fucking be like, look at its hand and be like, oh.
Yeah, I assume he had way too many mushrooms or something. Maybe he had that fucking random ass good time pill.
Yeah, maybe he boofed that. Oh no, you said he was throwing up. Never mind. Maybe he ate that. Good stuff. You gotta call a number. Call that number now. In front of us all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Put it on speakerphone.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we
just to see what it's
Just
up.
start breathing heavy. What are you
You have
wearing?
reached the good time pill. For more, press 1. For bad experiences, press 2.
if you're fucked, get on, hang on for the ride. It's like, oh shit.
Have you talk you down? Or if you are too high right now, please do not go to the hospital. Press 5 and we will talk you down.
Oh shit.
Should I try to call this number, or is that kind of bogus to do to somebody at 5 o'clock in the morning? What if it's somebody's cell phone?
They would really
What
think
up,
that
bro?
you took the fucking pill. They'd
You'd be like, I don't want the good times to end. How fast can you get it? Shit, you only gave me one.
Looking too much. Holy
Just say it when they answer. So that suppository you gave me, how long does it take to kick in? Like,
exactly.
what do you mean? Well, I was supposed to stick it in my ass, right? You said for a good time.
Hell yeah.
Call. Yeah, gotta call. Call.
Now everybody's like, yeah, let's call. That's the shit.
If
Give
you
us
guys
the
want to
number
call,
anyway.
then can I put the
Ring the
number?
number.
Can I say the number? They advertise themselves on here. So here's the number. If anybody wants to call for a good time, it is 616-375-2388. I have no idea who the fuck these people are, but they were at the event and apparently you can have a good time with them.
If you want a good time, call that number. Limited
Yeah.
time only.
That
Somebody's
is
got
616-375-2388.
somebody for a minimum's got to write that on a stall somewhere. It's somebody's already
Right.
for a good time. You know what I mean? That's what you see at every stall. Well, that'd be the perfect advertisement for 'em right
I
there.
used to joke around with one of my friends who does live streams that I'm gonna like start writing that in bathroom stalls, like subscribe to the Whitfield report for a good time, and like just start writing it at random places. See if anybody actually does. I can't even get this fucking package open.
Yeah, they've really left themselves open for a lot of requests there.
Lock.
I wish I could show. Hold on, let me turn the camera on
Robert,
for a
don't be
second so you
ringing
can
that
see what the
number now.
package looks like. How do I do this? No, that's not it.
The
Start video.
2 arrows.
See if you can see it. Oh, ooh. That's what it looks like.
Hmm.
And see, to me, that looks like that's wrong side. That's the thing that Jeffrey Dahmer has in his bedroom that he puts the people in. And then this is connected to the embalming fluid thing that he's got cooking here. Like, I don't know what the hell this little logo is supposed to be, but it's weird.
It looks like a beaker and like a catch system almost. Like a centrifuge.
Is that butane? I mean, BHO?
I don't know.
Let me open this and see what this is.
Or that's a PHO?
Yeah, hide my mess. Oh, the camera's backwards. Can't see my messy couch. Oh, it's a fucking pill. See, they want you to take it's a red and a blue pill all in one. That's
All in
dangerous.
one? Yeah, that is dangerous.
I don't know what it is. I don't trust it.
The matrix mixed together. What the fuck? It's both in one.
Stick it up your bum, you'll be okay.
I would take it if I was right now. You guys would see me on my shoulders, butt in the air, and I'd be like,
You're gonna put your feet on your shoulders? Is that what you
I
said?
have to. I have to for a good time.
Can you put your balls on your chin when you do that?
No. They always hit my
Have you
one eye.
tried?
Robert, hang on his ears.
They always land in this one eye.
See, this is exactly why Eagle will never let us have our takeover, because we will get him banned.
Maybe on the backup channel? Or no.
Yeah,
That's
that backup channel.
Reason, though. It's a backup
Back
channel.
that channel
we get the backup channel fucking banned and there's no backup. It's like, what the fuck?
On Eagle's backside channel.
On Eagle's backside channel.
I'll see you on the backside of the Weed Nerd World.
Call that the inner world. The inner Weed Nerd World.
Where you go, kitty, kitty.
The dark side of the butt plug.
That's
Okay.
You can't use the password.
Don't you know there supposedly is holes in the top and the bottom of the earth? Remember? What was the General Admiral Byrd supposedly flew into him? Remember?
Inner Earth.
Yeah, inner Earth. Weed Nerd World.
The
big
butt
hole.
plug takeover.
There's a gaping hole that he found.
You have to have a mandatory lava lamp for that, according to Green Figure. All plug. He's been fascinated with it ever since he's seen it. Ever since he's seen it. Like,
Phallus. That phallus.
How low can you go? You should put little marks on there, and like however low they go, you make a little mark. Can you beat the record?
no. Is that like the lipstick thing? You can't do that.
How low could you go?
Lower, you know? Look at there's one ring already low at the bottom. You can see somebody baseline that shit right there.
That's like a build up too. Like that's several sessions right there built up in a ring.
Yeah. Fun.
You should at least clean it once in a while, Eagle.
Yeah, that's why that stuff doesn't go off the side. It sticks on the side. Like you said, it won't come off the side.
Oh, stuck there.
He's just
You have to
stuck.
stroke it.
Yeah,
Give it a
much
cuddle.
Is that it? It's like
Give it a cuddle.
that's where the grip don't grab right there. That's that's a gold spot.
super smooth. It's slick like fucking ice. Just
Oh,
But
he
see, with
does
it being purple, it reminds me of the guy who had the purple dildo and the diapers under his bed. Ugh.
That's wrong.
purple's my favorite color.
It took me a long time to like the color purple again after seeing that shit. It was traumatizing.
Yeah. I got this little purple and blue guy.
Oh, speaking of fucked up pieces that you smoke out of, so at the place they had this glass piece that looked like a candy cane. Immediately, my cousin's like, "Oh, look at the candy cane," and in my head, I'm like, "Oh, it's like a cinnamon flavored anal hook
Nice.
that you could smoke out of."
Hell yeah.
Boom.
That's the flavor right there.
Oh, they also did that. What do you call it? The demolition derby thing again. I actually got to see it this time. It was kind of interesting. All the glass pieces that they built with wheels on them and shit, and smashed them together.
Oh yeah.
ZX6 is fucking tripping. Who the fuck is Blue?
That's me. That was me until fucking YouTube faggots had to kill me, and now I had to reinvent myself as a motherfucking ghost, which works because yeah, apparently everybody at the place liked my costume, so I think I'm gonna wear it every time I go and just be the ganja ghost.
Well, it's your episode's actually, I believe, in the replay today.
Yeah, I saw that. I hate hearing myself talk, so I don't think I'm gonna watch it, but I might have the chat on. We'll see.
I might have the chat on.
Yeah, you dropped them perfectly for all of us over here in this side of the world, Eagle, as well. So it's good interacting at that time of night. Because you get
Yeah.
chat seems to be the hopping, you know, which is good. You know, so people are, you know, staying for the whole thing again. You know, even though it's a rerun, and the amount of people that are actually think it's live as well, the newer ones.
I seen that.
It's like,
I didn't
what?
want to burst nobody's bubble. I kind of just
Yeah.
sat back and laughed at that. I seen this. It's weird on my end though, man. I'm not too keen on watching myself. That's weird, man. It's super weird to sit back and rewatch some of this shit.
I think that's the same for everybody. Nobody has ever watched their episode back.
Oh my god! Can I just
I'd be
point
afraid
out the
I'd never go
motherfucker
back
that
on
ripped me
again.
off doesn't even know how to spell widow?
Oh,
Anyways,
Ah,
fucking wrote
that's
WIDDO. Like you should have wrote window. It would have even been funnier, dumbass. Fucking scheming ass motherfucker.
I do get to appreciate some of the shit that I missed, you know, during some of them episodes. Because when you're having that conversation, you do kind of, you know, miss some shit here and there, especially when you're fucking trying to fucking, you know, keep chat and whatever. But it's nice to go, you know, for me, it's been nice to go back and kind of retake it a little bit. Hard to watch myself though, I know. But other than that, I've enjoyed like the Jodri episode. I watched that one. I thought that was no.
The Breeder Stephen was funny last night. That was funny. He's little one liner to you at the end, like was so subtle. Like, you know what I mean? Boom. And yeah, that just he's a funny guy. You know what I mean?
That fucking voice, man. When the first time I fucking heard him speak, man, at first I thought like my headphones were fucked up or something. You know, he's a big guy, but still, he's that voice he has. It's super deep.
Is that a Canadian voice? Like I'm not been. Is it?
That's where he hails from.
It is Canadian. Like Brunswick. Is it?
I'm not for sure exactly.
it's a slow kind of, you know, he thinks about what he says, you know, he's very measured in what he speaks, you know, he says, and he's relaxed in himself, he's happy in
Those
himself.
he had a fucking pile of wine there fucking for an army and shit there. Did you see that? The one side he was like, that's fucking frozen press, and this is just fucking 2 times the size. Wow, that's just dinner wine, a fucking whole truckload and shit.
Yeah. I'd say he likes to party. I'd say he's a fun guy to party with.
Oh yeah,
you know?
for sure. Well, fuck. Between in that one episode when he showed the 2 fucking truckloads of wine, the dab bar. Yeah, it seemed like it'd be a pretty cool spot to hit once in a while. Fucking.
And a guy that's been around this from its infancy, basically, that can tell you, you know what I mean? And he's stayed the test of time, you know what I mean? You know, whether you like, you know what I mean, what he does or doesn't, you know what I mean? But I mean, he's produced them numbers and can tell you the numbers and how it all works and which way, you know, it doesn't, you know. He's the blueprint, you know, as much as Joe or Georgie is as well, like, you know what I mean? When them guys speak, you gotta take in, it's, you know, on a bigger scale, you know, the vastness of what they're actually doing is like, yeah. They know the numbers now. They know all their genetics. You know, they'll know what will hit in different countries. You know, when it all goes as well, they'll have all done their work. Because he's worked over here in Europe for quite a while. Reader Steve. You know,
Imagine the fucking genetics fucking he has from the seed donation there, the million seed pop there.
Yeah. That's it. I can only imagine. Like, yeah.
Like to be on that team though, fucking trying and winding down those phenols, that phenol selection there.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to do like, you know, like where the numbers were coming in on the pheno as a 10,000 and something, you know, not number 2 or 5 or 11 or 7, you know. You know, like that, you know, like even on the 44s and the 45s of whatever, but they came in, you know, where you were doing.
So when he reaches that goal of, you know, popping all those seeds, and his ultimate goal is wanting to have them all flower at the same time, and then, you know, have tourists come in and be able to see all the varieties, like, you know, a walk through orchard. If you donated seeds, you have an open ticket to come, you know, when that happens, come see that, you know, firsthand. I almost envision like Wonka elves and shit. At that point, it better be like we are walking through Wonka with a million strains or whatever the fuck he's gonna have there. That'd be
Puts a top hat on and
fantastic.
blows the flute, and then you fucking little guys pop out and take you along.
Yeah.
On the start, it's like,
Same thing, man. You fucking wander off and kind of like sniff one of those buds. You start floating away and shit. You weren't supposed to go over there.
you got joints. They already got pre-rolls hanging off the trees and fucking bags and little jars hanging off of them. That'd be dope.
It could be fun. What you got there?
The joint of White Widow.
That was fast. That was real fast.
I have a rolling machine. It's way faster than doing it by hand. Although I've seen people do it by hand so fast, it's like, damn, how'd you do that?
Yeah, I could do that. I was gonna break
45 years of experience. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You want to get better at it at that stage. Yeah, I can basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll in
2
one hand.
seconds, 2 to 3 seconds. Perfect joint, in my opinion.
I can
My
roll
cousin
with one
was telling
hand, but
me.
go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say that I can roll with one hand, but it ain't like rolling like you're talking about. It's literally driving down the road, stuffing the roller, sticking the paper in there, and then the one. That's for me rolling with one hand. You're actually talking about rolling with one hand, not happening. Sorry, go ahead, Gandhi.
Oh, I was gonna say that my cousin was telling me today that she's seen her dad like roll a joint on the table with one hand, where it's like she's like, I swear to God, he just like put it down and took his hand and went whoop, and it just fucking rolled it. And it was done. Like, damn. I've sat here and tried to practice and practice and practice doing it by hand, and I just can't fucking get it.
I find as well as weed has different consistencies the way it rolls itself. You know, you can get that weed when you grind it and it just will all just perfectly just roll together. And then you get the other weed and it's just doesn't want to bind together, you know?
Yeah.
Just keep wanting to fall out of the joint and if you don't get rid of the tiniest little tiny little spiky little bits of branch, that'll puncture your paper.
Goes right through the paper. And I used to have to fix a lot of blunts. Like we used to roll a lot of blunts, and if you didn't get all the fucking stems out, it would bust right through the paper, and then you got to fucking tear off another piece of the paper and try to patch it up. And
practice.
I practice with my joint roller. That's right here, and it's signed by Chicha B. It's still, the signature is still on there somehow.
That is nothing short of a miracle. Tell them how long you've had that. All right, tell them that. Well, there's a signature on there. Chicha B signed it.
Yeah, Chicha B signed it when we hung out. That was I think last year.
Last year.
Since last year. Yeah, we hung out last summer, and Chicha got me. I think she bought me that roller, and then I was like, "Dude, you got to sign it for me." And she's like, "This feels weird, but okay." Like, motherfucker, here, sign it. I'll sign something for you. I signed a guitar pick. Like, here, now we have each other's signatures. It's like friendship bracelets. And then I had Eagle sign my hat. Fuck, I forgot to have Modern sign my hat. Oh well, next time. I wanted to get like a bunch of the weed nerds to sign my hat, like when I meet you guys. Until it gets filled, and then I buy a new hat and fill that one.
The old t-shirt thing. Remember when you guys just fucking last day of school, you'd wear that white shirt and have everybody sign it and shit. Nobody else do that shit? Nobody ever did that. No? Oh.
Hell yeah.
Hey. Crickets. Don't make me play with the soundboard now. Come on.
Oh, the porta potties were way better this time, but I think that's because there was less people. So if there was the same amount of people, they probably would have been just as gross as last time, but they were pretty decent today.
And are they still like just the normal toilet, like the little pods? Is that what you're using? Yeah, they don't allow.
Yeah, there's just basically a toilet and then like the stand-up piece for the guys to piss
like
in.
what you have if you were doing it on a building site, like yeah. But no, they don't allow them to be over here anymore because the people have been inside them and people then tossing them, turning them upside down with people in them. So they're yeah.
We may or may not have done that to somebody.
Like a proper trailer with proper toilets now, you know, and they're called yeah. So you have a proper, yeah. Looks all nice and clean, and there's somebody in there selling you like little fresheners to spray on you. So, you know, kind of keeping, they're like a security guard, but they're not a security guard. They're not dressed. They're just selling you nice perfume to make you, but they're about 6'5". You don't mess with them. Yeah. Yeah, the toilets is it's always a nasty thing when you go to events, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah,
You
that's
kinda
so
judge
gross. Like you
people.
would think, especially after COVID, that people would be more like
Yeah.
fucking
That's
like
what I'm saying.
worried
It's,
about stuff like that.
yeah, they call these like posh wash or posh, like you can go and you have one side is like a shower facility and on the other side is a toilet. But these are just like trailers that are, you know, but they're properly fitted out, really nice, you know, nice lighting, kept really
Nice.
clean, you know.
Yeah, ours don't even have lights in them. You have to use like hope you have the flashlight of your cell phone to see so you don't fucking fall in or step on something nasty. And
Yeah, and you find people that'll just jump up and sit on the seat and do that hovering fucking thing straight up. You know, you
yeah,
ask any girl where she sat on that. No, I got up and stood on it and pissed. You know.
yeah. So last time the porta potties, they had actually a handle on the door, so I was able to just like hold on to that and use that to not like fall down while I'm trying to hover over the fucking toilet because it was so disgusting last time. Like, but this time I only went to the bathroom once, and I was somehow managed to hold it the rest of the night. Like I was like, I'm gonna piss one time and go as long as I can without having to piss, and hopefully I can make it till I go to the gas station tonight. And it was fine. But the first one we went into, they didn't have handles in that one, so I bet the other ones didn't have handles either. So people didn't have something to hold on to not fall while they're squatting.
But we are talking about shit with Eagle, yeah. Just so everybody
Yep.
knows, we did talk about shit with Eagle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just want to throw out a quick thank you to Medically Fit and Rasta Bob for popping in chat because you know, it reminds me that I wanted to throw out their episodes in a rerun there. Of course, Rasta Bob, man, probably the longest. Well, he does have the record for the longest episode. Okay, I was just looking at anybody want to guess how long was me and Rasta Bob's episode?
6 hours. 6.
7.
I thought it was 9. No, 4, 5, 6. So what's 6.5?
8 hours and 9 minutes.
Damn.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Even the cockerels came out to say good morning.
Fucker, I just outright smoked me out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say it, man. He smoked me out. And he had been up.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He was hitting that chalice all night, wasn't he?
Yeah, fucking. That shit was fucking. Yeah, he come on. He would been up all day and then stopped in fucking Fumi's show and fucking smoked over there, and then come on and he was like, his eyes were like bloodshot. Like when he came on, you could tell he was pretty buzzed up when, you know, as you should be coming on the show, by the way. But he went the gauntlet. I actually watched his eyes fucking go white. he went from stoned as hell. He smoked himself silver and was ready to start another day. The whole time I'm smoking. I'm trying to match up as close as I can. And he's already got a whole head start on me. Chopping up buds on a fucking chopping board with a butcher knife. And fucking smoking all night. Sun comes up and yeah, right when somebody I would normally be going to bed, he's like, no, I'm fucking full day and shit. I'm going to work after this. I'm fucking take care of shit.
Damn.
Man, fun episode. So I'm gonna re-gear your guys' episodes here on the backup channel in the next few days. So thank you guys for popping in and reminding me of those fun moments. Appreciate that shit.
Oh,
That's
thank
a-
you for putting this platform together and having the fucking foresight to just go with it, and you know what I mean? Running to think that you're 700 and whatever shows in, it's like, what? Yeah.
There's actually more than that. There's like, you know, close to 1,500, well, 700 some episodes. Well, those are counting, you know, my older bullshit. There's right about 1,300 episodes all in all between the fucking talking shit and the wormholes, Weed Nerd Worlds, the rabbit holes. You know what I mean? There's a lot to choose from as far as wanting to throw, you know, old shit out there. So
It has been cool hearing the replays of the really old ones that I haven't heard yet, and then hearing you now, like how you've progressed so much with the way you speak to people and do your interviews. You sound way less nervous, and it's just really cool to see how far you've come in such a short time doing your show.
I look back and when I see that shit and I fucking it's I guess perspective there. I honestly look back at them episodes and I fucking think, man, I miss doing that. I don't do that anymore. You know what I mean? Some little things like that. I'm like, to me, some of the things that I see in the beginning episodes are some of the shit that really help build. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Dab's dog case in point. But I think Dabs came in a fad. You know what I mean? I still appreciate the Dab song, but it kind of faded. You know what I mean? It kind of came and went with the dab phase there.
I actually heard that a lot today at the event, like with the people that I had talked to, like everybody, even people running the booths that were selling dabs, they'd be like, so are you into dabs? I'm like, not really. I just like smoking just flower. Dabs are too much. And like almost everybody's like, dude, me, same. Like, it's just too much. Like a lot of people don't really like it, it seems like.
Yeah, two different classes smokers.
Yeah, but it's there's a whole thing. It's like a big fad of like the glass and what rig you're smoking out, what bangers, what
Oh, I love the way the glass looks and stuff, but yeah, smoking the dabs themselves, it's just, yeah, I'm good with just smoking flower. Like, and that's what seems like a lot of people have said, were saying they would rather just smoke flower over anything.
Yeah. I've really cut down on my dabs in the last 2 years to, it's like maybe 1 or 2 days a week, and then maybe not for a couple of weeks, and then it's maybe back for a week. Depends on, yeah. It's like, but it's nothing like I was like a couple of years ago. I was like, you know, like I'd have tubs of stuff, you know, and it's no.
I don't remember exact.
I done looked into a shoebox, and it was just empty jars of like 200 or 300 empty jars of concentrates, and you go like each one of them were boom, you know, you put a price tag on them and go, oh, you know. You know, you could have paid you could have easily paid a mortgage off. That's how much, okay? No bullshit.
Damn.
Not bragging or anything. But I was looking at a mortgage, I was sick. That's what fucking brought it home for me. It went like, okay. So in that department, it has its ups and downs.
I don't remember the whole story that she told me, but my cousin was just telling me today that she heard about somebody who had died, and the cause of it was because she was doing so many dabs like every day for like 3 years straight, and it like did something to her lungs and ended up like killing her.
Oh yeah, fucking back early when it was all hot dabs and shit. You just seeing the people just dropping them big old globs in them burning hot bowls.
Remember like 10 gram dab challenge and shit like that. It's like, man, what the fuck? That's such a waste of money. I saw this one dude with a gigantic fucking edible that was supposed to be like for an entire party, and he like sat there eating the whole thing and then proceeded to barf all of it up. Like, obviously, it's like, why?
Yeah.
you're going to find that in all. I think it just people just want to go to excess with everything. Just human nature, isn't it? Like that, people will. You know, it's like we're here trying to give cannabis a good name, and there's a whole load of people out there that will jump in and will run carts like them vape carts out with anything in them, and they'll sell weed that's sprayed with. They don't care, grown with this, got mold on it, you know. People will, there's always people trying to give it a bad name. You know what I mean? It's like the concerned parent out there going, oh, the edibles, they all look like they're made for the kids. They're made for grown up kids that are 18 and 20, you know what I mean? That are going to be, you know, like that's who, you know, so.
Well, I can't believe you like a lot of what you're saying there. First time I'd seen like crazy shit with cannabis was a Vice documentary on synthetic marijuana and how it was running rampant in, you know, European countries and fucking people up. And I talked about it on the air when I seen it then. How is this a fucking thing with, you know, cannabis in the world today, as free as it is? How are they, you know, taking less quality buds and spraying it? And then I actually heard lately, like MS-13 was like supposedly putting out synthetic products, you know, and bud being sprayed with shit like that just to make it more addictive. And I'm like, again, you know, is it that hard to grow quality good cannabis versus just taking shit, sprayed it on it, and then, you know, where's ethics and, you know, and shit like that? I mean, even as far as like I was saying last night, fucking Ripper thing. Fucking you, everybody can damn near grow weed nowadays. Why is people running around and stealing other people's hard work? It's bullshit, you lazy fuckers. You know what I mean? I don't
That
know.
it's like the majority of them are kids or fucking tweakers,
Uh,
people that are fucking, you know.
and again, I almost disagree with that too a little bit, Meow Flower. Maybe yes, maybe no. Half these kids I fucking see up here, I've seen up here, fucking grow weed, are growing weed. You know what I mean? Can't necessarily use that for an excuse anymore because they're the ones that are going to be taking it to the next level. They're the
Yeah,
ones
like
who
you'll
hear it
get,
in our stories.
yeah,
You
you know,
know?
like we've got like loads of hemp fields over here, and saying not now at this present, say the last month, it's lovely, gorgeous buds in the fields. Yeah, so like the kids will go, the local them kids will get on their bikes or whatever they'll, you know, and they'll try and dry them and put them out on the market. You know, so you'll always get that little, you know, the kids are always, you know, or else they're putting two buds of the one day and putting, you know, trying to bulk up their baggies. You know what I mean? Trying to get rid of it that way. They'll buy an ounce and then mix it. And, yeah. Like, you know, the amount of since hemp is grown everywhere that you see that kind of trickle in every so often. You know what I mean? That's what you're, you know, but it's the media's like can play a big part of this. They'll hook onto one story that one crowd put fentanyl mixed in with a bud. Now that bud could have been somebody had a baggie and it had fentanyl. You know, I'm just saying there could be a cross contamination, and then all of a sudden it's okay, it's got fentanyl on it, and they just happen to test that, and then it's the world knows then that there people are spraying. But this was just one specific area. You know, it can get blown out of proportion as well. You know, a lot of this stuff because the media love to have any negative thing that they can jump on to go. It's, you know, be that story for that 6 hours or 2 hours and hold that little market for that long. So, and we have politicians calling out that it's more dangerous than fentanyl and heroin. You know, like when you politicians
That's
in this day and
crazy.
age still saying that, like you're kind of going like, holy, and That's who you're up against. And these guys are given a voice. Yeah. So we're always going to be, I think, you know, it's coming to the last days because everything they can throw at you is we fairly made a, you know what I mean? There's the knowledge is out there that you can, you know, expertise and all that on the breakdown of cannabis. It doesn't create schizophrenia. Your wife is not going to run off and shag. Yeah, well, maybe she is, but that's your problem. But it wasn't the cannabis. But, you know, like that, it's like, come on, all the fears and everything at this stage, the world hasn't stopped. I mean, like, how many states in the States and the cog is still running fine, getting oiled, you know? So industry is, you know what I mean? And it's like, we're at the final stages of them states that have been the kind of holding everybody back for years on, you know, because it's their way or no way, you know what I mean? And they want to hold us to religious beliefs that are from a bygone era, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it's down to that side of things now, you know? So, and if you ask the majority of people living in them states, would they prefer to be on getting their herbal medicine or been on fucking the chemicals? I'm sure they'd pick the herbs, you know, given the choice, knowing that they've been going to their doctor for however long with their illnesses, and the doctor has just prescribed one pill after another pill, counteract this pill with this pill, and it's just, they've got a box from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to look into. What life is that, you know? You know? So, and the health benefits from cannabis is, you know, we're only scratching the surface, you know? As in that interview last night, all the CBNs and all these other things that are out there and try and alleviate the opiate crisis out there, you know, because, you know,
I
it's a
think
lot
Buddy
better.
was
I'd
the one
rather
who
see
said
people
it.
go-
Like, oh, I'm sorry. You can keep going if you need to.
No, go on.
I was gonna say, I think Buddy said it a while back when he was talking about the people in Kensington who are all fucked up all over the streets on opioids and shit. He was saying it wouldn't surprise him to find out in a couple of years that the government like was giving all these people drugs on purpose just to see what the fuck would happen.
Oh, they for sure have done shit like that over the years. I don't know. There's public records of them putting, you know, fucking Valium, like fucking fluoride, basically.
Yeah, don't they put like fucking pharmaceuticals in the water on purpose, like antipsychotics and shit like that? I've heard about.
Oh, there's been.
But
It's
then on top
already
of
in
everybody
your-
who takes the pills and then they piss in the water and then they clean it out and we drink it again, then bathe in it and
There's been court cases like for people who have losing their jobs in the UK and that, and you're able to go like, but it's in the water. There's cocaine, there's fentanyl, there's traces of, like, there's areas in the UK that the land tests of MDMA. There's that much people have pissed out MDMA from on a festival
that's
site
crazy.
in the UK that the farmer then runs his cattle on to feed after the festival is gone and sells his milk. And the milk has traces of MDMA in the milk, okay? This is knowledge, okay? From that much MDMA been pissed out by festival goers for the last 40 years, basically.
Damn.
30 years.
Them
Yeah.
cows just standing
So-
there with fucking vertigo eyes out the
Yeah,
DMT
so there's-
grass and shit.
Yeah.
I wonder
that's
how
the
much
truth.
beer is in Lake Michigan because of Milwaukee. Because all of us drink it and then piss in it and it all goes into that lake. And then we drink it again.
So yeah, you can go for a court case and get off at your
The
court
poopy
case
lake.
because of
Like,
you get somebody that you just got to pay the guy the right money and he'll stand up in court and go, sorry, You know, all the samples are all here, and sorry, my client is free to go. His tap water tests positive. Your tap water test is positive. Sorry, no case.
What do you think cows see when they trip?
Hmm.
Do you think they see, like, hallucinate and see things like humans do?
Probably in a different kind of, yeah. Like when they check sheep's brains and they go in and they sample, like they take it's like full of DMT. Yeah. It's like, so.
It's that random cow you see in the
You know,
field laying there in a fucked up position and shit.
Like, you know how sometimes like people trip and then you become one with everything? What if the cows trip and become one with the cheeseburgers?
They're all running around going, "You want to go human tipping?" They go running around pushing over people and shit, running through the street.
That'd be crazy.
It's our day.
But just think about it, if people had got away with the things back in the 60s and 70s to put vast sums of LSD in the water to turn everybody on, you know, what would that have done? You know, even though we know the amount of people that were actually took it themselves to get turned on. And since then, like since the 60s to now, I mean, like a lot of people have been turned on in this world, basically, you know, a lot of people. You can't, like, the bullshit thing is over, I think. You know, people see through it, and you know, I think that's where the downfall is in their, yeah. Once people see it, it's like you just see it everywhere then, don't you? Their control thing is like, it's very limited to thing. It's like the worst thing they could probably do to us is, you know, the power thing that they're doing at the moment, that we can lose our internet. You know what I mean? They could power outages, you know. That's, you know.
Dude, they've done that on purpose. Like when the Kyle Rittenhouse shit was going on. I'm sorry for saying that name. I don't know if that's a trigger for YouTube. My bad, Eagle. But when that shit was going on, I was live streaming that shit. And it was like all of a sudden, right at like a certain time when something, I forget exactly what it was, but something like important was supposed to happen. And then all of a sudden my internet went completely out. And I texted my cousin, like, is your shit out too? Like, yep, her shit was out. It was like they shut our fucking internet down. And then when all the shit was done, all of a sudden, magically, everybody's internet started working again.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, you know, they can say we can't travel, you know, like they did for 2 years and all that. Now you wouldn't think that any of that has happened in this, what we've just gone through in the last 2 years. You wouldn't really think, you know, there's no mention. It's like we're on to different things. It's like we're all talking about energy, you know. They've switched the goalpost, you know. But
Man, so much for that quick hour. I told myself I was gonna come on. I'm like, man, it's 3 o'clock. I'll just go on for a quick hour. Fuck it. Here we are pushing 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I forgot. It's an hour ahead over there.
Holy cow. You guys, I gotta go to bed. It's been fun. Seemed like we just woke up and shit. We're just waking up.
I thought we did. Didn't we just wake up?
I know I shouldn't have drank that coffee on my way home.
Coffee's always a good idea.
It's
But
Saturday.
yeah, mushrooms is going to be, I think, is the next.
Sunday.
You know, when everybody
mushrooms
gets down, yeah, when everybody starts to, you know, when the general masses start to microdose, and you know, because like most people that were into it that listened, you know, to Paul Stamets or anything like that have been doing it previous. So it's like the amount of people that I never thought would be talking these, would mention words like that. They're realizing that, yeah, nature has certain pulling powers, hasn't it? You know, she's got answers, and you know, you got to open up and say, well, the pills ain't working. That blue one and that red one, which one do I take? You know, nature's going to hold the key, I think, to everything that we've you know, from whether it's going from no-till is the new way of farming for everybody. It seems to be that way. The dairy industry over here is taking big things in KNF. They're really like, whether it's just natural farming, but they're using all that terminology. Like, when did we start talking about this? Like 4 or 5 years ago? You know, when it started, really, like 3 years ago, it started. Really, so now it's starting to go from chat rooms and this like that it's becoming a mainstream, you know, and farming is going to have to change, because basically they don't have a choice, and people can't afford to be buying all these nutrients, the farmers, you know, things, yeah, they'll see the thing in they see the thing in mycelium, yeah, fungal dominated world, as you know, aren't we just one massive fungus anyway? Fungi or whatever. You know, isn't our skin always like, you know what I mean? Aren't we a living organ completely? We've got all tiny little creatures that live inside our hairs and in our follicles of our skin, and you know, so we're, you know, our pores are open. We breathe, we sweat, you know. So we're only, you know, we've all got some fungal infection, you know, to like that. So it's
On most of the stuff we eat, touch, and
yeah. So we'll slowly get the answers, you know what I mean, as we move on, and hopefully we can leave a better life for, you know, for the next generation. Even though, like, we've all grown up and it wasn't, we've seen what our existence has changed, you know what I mean, and we wish we were all living back in the good old days, but were they really good old days? You know what I mean? You know, you can take the good with the bad, and you can kind of go, look at what we have, like being able to sit here and to just communicate and have a chat, and just from your phone, and it's like, okay, so you're connecting with X amount of people. Yeah. Where we were all kind of solitary people, like, you know, I basically lived like a hermit type of existence there for a long time, because I had no one to socialize with, because you don't have anybody to talk about what you're actually doing in your day. I'm hanging around with plants, you know what I mean? I hang around with plants all day, you know, find them more interesting than, you know, then you find that you've found and other people of similar minds, you know, that you have in common, and that you don't feel threatened to be able to have these open conversations about whatever, you know. It's not just about growing pretty weed and having it, you know what I mean? It's about learning about, you know, pest management, about, you know, every aspect of this, you know what I mean? The little holes that we dive down. So our world is very small, basically, in a sense. You know what I mean? It's not, it's like we could all see one another if we booked a ticket within 8 hours, you know? So that's even less, basically, probably 6, you know? So we're not worlds apart. And we're not, there's nationalities and colors of skin and all that. Them days are broken down, aren't they? As far as I can see, there's not any of that anymore. We're all humans. We all, want to just cuddle our grandchildren and see what's what's out there. At the end of the day, it's very we're all striving for the same things, and this growing of a simple little herb is just brought us all together and has us talking shite about trying to sort our own lives out, and we're here and we're going like we got a microdose. We're finding how to heal ourselves. In my late 50s, and like I'm for the younger kids lads out there and girls, it's like this is a perfect opportunity to get your life together and get change for the better, and know what food is as well, what you are eating and what you're consuming in your weed, what you want to grow it in, and what at the end of the day. And the same as extracts, you kind of go like, well, I don't want that anymore. My life doesn't suit me. It's not good. Like I've got friends over here and they basically can't smoke anymore because you've got that whatever from cannabis that they go into like a toxic shock thing. So like it's not all plain sailing either. There's bad sides to it as well. It has its ups and downs. But it's only by us having these conversations and the likes of Hash Church that have brought leaps and bounds for us to be able to have conversations here. And Subby for what he did, these boys have really broken down the doorways, and for you to come on then and bring it on to a next level and think that it's 3 years down the road, Eagle, since you started,
Went fast.
Here we are, and it's like, but we've all witnessed all them shows that came in the last 2 years that just popped up and were around. All them guys have gotten girls have to go back to work, because that was their bread and butter, at the end of the day. Like this is my bread and butter. I'm a caregiver. I see Eagle is the same, it's like we're not. You say to me, would I jump into the bigger business side of this? What I've seen so far and get eaten, that's what I'd be afraid of. That you just become one of them people that, and you get disorientated for the thing. And I'm in it for the healing more than anything. And that's what I want. I don't.
That's why we need to get more people actually growing it. Like I said, I actually think the cultivation side, providing for themselves, they can do is the biggest part of, or the biggest companion or biggest benefit of cannabis anyway.
Yeah. But like having medically in the thing, like what a guy that guy is, like the world of knowledge, the way he spoke over the years and the amount of hours and time he puts in as just one lad, like he's dropped some serious stuff, we've all learned. There's been, and it's these are just other because of cannabis, has brought us this world of knowledge. Same as Chris Trump, it's like you wouldn't have the traction only for cannabis because nobody would be macadamia nuts if he came out and was going macadamia nuts and I'm doing good, go away. Really, it wasn't. It's until that you adopt that to yours and people start seeing, the benefits of all that. So that's what I'm saying. Like the living soil thing with the farming, it's like if you see the crossover, that's where the difference is going to be. And you can see that farming's going to change and has to change because they haven't been the best stewards of the land, really, have they? you know, from what I see or smell from going by their places, is not. So now they're activating their silage pits with proper enzymes that are breaking down, that don't off gas, that, you know, and then they don't spray the fields the way they used to, you know, with that opens, you know, shit. Basically now they have a machine that basically goes over the ground and it like injects the ground with so it doesn't, so you're not smelling the place of shit for fucking 2 and 3 days or weeks at a time when they've sprayed all their fields. So that's eliminated, and that's another, just one enzyme, you know what I mean? One little thing that they've added that works on it, you know. I think we're heading in a better place. It'll just take time. Yeah.
Well, guys, I believe this is a good point to wrap it up.
Yep.
I saw the
Appreciate you
bug
guys hanging
jiggling.
with me until the wee hours. Been some fun. Green Fingers have been giggly tonight.
Well, your
Back.
butt plug was jiggling and all kinds of other stuff. So your purple one
I
was
like
just
how the tip
jiggling.
of it's black. It's big black tip on it.
Yeah.
I bet that's Green Finger's favorite part.
It's,
Oh, I see it. Oh, I see your keychain, buddy. Look at it. That's awesome.
Funny stuff.
I still have mine on my Ruckus keys. That's the only one of the only keychains I have on those keys.
Been cracking Green Fingers up.
Cause a ruckus in your buckus or something like that. I don't know.
Cause a ruckus. Well,
All right.
Cheers
Well, thanks for
us,
having
Eagle.
us on, Eagle. I will talk to you guys later. Much love, everybody.
Bye-bye.
have a good one. And if you want to watch your episode, it's today at 4:20.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, it's happening.
It's
You may
happening.
I
not
still
see
gotta
it or
figure out
not.
what the
It's
hell I
happening.
said. Apparently, I said something about fucking
It's
somebody with a
happening. There's
cactus.
nothing you
so-
can do about it. It's happening. It's
Well, no, I
happening.
know it's gonna be playing. I just don't know if I'm gonna watch it.
You have to watch.
But I do
I'm
want to
gonna-
find out what the hell I was talking about with the cactus. So I don't know. we gotta watch it. Maybe we'll see. Maybe I'll take some mushrooms and watch it.
Watch yourself.
I'll be in the chat talking to myself.
There you go.
All right, later, everybody.
Have a good one. Thanks for popping on.
Later. Right, I'm going to be next. Robert. Eagle, as always. Everyone in chat. Thanks for facilitating us and listening to us ramble.
Right on.
Okay.
Have a
Respect,
great day,
brother.
brother.
Bye-bye. Later, Robert.
Respect.
I
All right.
think I don't know if Canada Trooper's still there or what.
No, he would have said something during the whole show, right? I mean, peace, everybody. World. Go plant some seeds. Eagle. Take it easy on that purple butt plug there and that keychain. Jesus Christ. Trying to make me laugh my fucking head off today, dude. My cheeks hurt. My cheeks hurt fucking so hard, dude. It's not gonna be funny tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to smile or nothing. Just be all swollen faced and shit. Fucking smiling.
I think it's funny. I'm pretty sure you were the only one that caught it most of the time.
Well, you're doing it so obviously, and everybody else is like, all blah 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 blah. It's like,
I actually
shit,
had the
dude.
mic off a couple of times because I was getting so fucking hard.
Man, my cheeks hurt. Everybody go plant some seeds. I don't know if I said that shit. Go plant some seeds or get some cuttings or do whatever. Eagle, fucking love you. Have a great day. Take it easy on that. Take it easy on that butthole of yours, bro.
Oh, trust me, that's not my that's not for me.
Take it easy on somebody's butthole. Shit. Love you,
Oh,
bro.
I'm warm.
The way you grab the tip. Oh my god, I gotta go. Love you. I gotta go. Your
You're
Canada trip here
wrong.
to fucking chat it out. If
He's
he
like,
comes
that's all
back.
I need. I'm out.
We got this on recorded, guys. That's recorded, guys. Good. Let's go.
Clip. Oh, you're wrong. Cheers,
Love you,
Alex
man.
Hardy. You know, well, I got the mic. I wanted to say Alex Hardy there. During, I just noticed the other day when I talked about, re-seeing things on, them episodes, Kevin Jodry actually mentioned Mr. Hardy during his episode. And I just then thought that I was like, no shit,
Oh,
he
yeah.
was on the show later. Anyways, you guys have a good
Yeah.
one.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Peace out. I gotta go now. I'll never leave if you keep doing these kind of things. So, peace. I'm not a crook.
There's not a goodbye button here. Why
Have a
isn't there
good,
a goodbye button? There's hello, applause.
have a good day.
All right.
Probably see you later. Get that ear checked out, bro. It's fucking,
It's turning a little less purple.
yeah, it's less purple. It's that purple reflection of this thing. That butt plug reflecting
It's
off the
actually
side of
that
your head.
purple. Put a little ice on it.
You gotta stop snuggling up to these butt plugs when you sleep. Fucking,
Yeah. Turn it off first so it's not so hot.
yeah, so you don't burn your ear. Shit. Peace. Have
Do
a good
not
day.
engage your ear with this.
Oh shit, that's your next. You were trying to stick that in your ear, bro.
No, I wasn't.
Now we know what happened. Have a good day.
Later.
Yeah.
With that being said, this is the end of this one, episode 727. Unfortunately, no shout outs tonight. We went way past overtime. With that being said, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you guys' time. More than you'll ever know. Been a long journey, and most of you guys have hung out through this thing, and I respect that tons. So you guys know the deal. If this is the end of your journey, I'm way past my bedtime. Get some rest. If this is the beginning of your day, your journey, please take time out for a little bit of self-love, a little bit of meditation along the lines of hopefully is a very prosperous Sunday for you. Please take time out to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives, and that is for real. With that being said, no joke. 420 and the backup channel, Bruce City Sin. Tomorrow, Rasta Bob. Tuesday, Medifit. That being said, you guys have an amazing day. I will see you this evening.